Trying to get the skin of your dream for a long time but can't get it in any way? On our website you have a unique opportunity to get your favorite knife. Users on our site can hand out skins themselves, and participants need to fulfill some simple conditions. For example, watch a video or buy a case on our website. After that, you automatically become a member of the distribution. Go to the user giveaways tab and do what you like. Hellcase.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try Skin Place. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skin Place.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the CCT. How we all doing? How we all feeling? My name is Acho here for the day to be bringing you guys another best of 3 here very early in the day. First best of 3 to be taking a look on down to Insilio versus MOUZ NXT, right? A big game with two teams that have got great rosters who are only going positive into the stat lines. Everybody's above a 1 rating there on HLTV. Everybody's ready to throw it down on stage and really try to take each other over as we are into the Swiss round already, right? We've gone on through for the first 2 matches here for the first European series, and now we are going in through to the third matches of this group stage, right? So Insilio and MOUZ are trying to find themselves a ticket into the 2-1 bracket. Only one team though will be able to come out on top. But these aren't the only games here for the day. Afterwards, this one, it's going to be X-Crazy versus Nexus as well, which is still going to be casted by yours truly that you hear on the mic right now. Then we've got Permita versus One Win, and of course we will have ourselves Havu versus Eyeballer. So a great overall schedule here today, lots of teams to take a look at, and honestly, personally, I will be very excited for that Nexus game. Gotta represent for my boys over at Romania. But for the first game of the day here, it's gonna be Insilio versus the MOUZ roster here to be starting things off. So yeah, taking a look on down to it, it is going to be the standings as you get to see them, right? Sinners 2-0, Paravision 2-0, Guild Eagles 2-0 as well, which I don't think a lot of people really expected, and Bleed as well, 2-0 as well. So it looks like everything is going the right way in theory, but we do have teams that are down to the 0-2 brackets. Next game up is going to be an elimination game as well for that best of 3 that I did mention between Parisi and Nexus. For this one though, they're just trying to get to 2-1, nothing too serious. Whichever team loses still has got a chance to try to make a comeback into this game, right? Try to stay inside of the tournament and to still get on over to those playoffs into the next stage of the game. With that said though, let's focus on down a little bit to the teams at hand here, as we do have Insilio and MOUZ, right? Insilio have been looking really good for the past couple of months, and taking a look on down to their roster, you can tell why, right? FPS, Polt, Pip W, Sugar, and Faded coming on in here together as a unit. They're only world rank number 72, but so far we've seen so many great advances coming in here from these Russians that it's been crazy to even believe that you're not at an even higher quality or an even higher caliber of a team, right? Polt is currently holding it down as the strongest in the roster with a 1.18 rating. And speaking of the strongest in a roster, we've got ourselves PR standing right down the middle here for the MOUZ NXT roster with a 1.16, right? We've got Natu, Kristen, Syra, and Burmilov coming in here as well to make this roster join up together, as the young guns will be trying to take down the old and veterans on Insilio. The idea here is though, is that both of these rosters have kind of gotten accustomed to each other, so it should be completely fine that They're ready to really play together and have a little bit of organization, a little bit of communication. But again, communication and organization is definitely important when it comes down to the map veto as well. So the bans should be Mirage and Inferno up, right? It's the perma bans coming out of both sides. So Inferno being banned away, that's amazing. Thank you, Insilio. God bless y'all. Mirage coming up next as a ban though. MOUZ really haven't played Mirage for this whole season whatsoever. They don't really enjoy it. Anubis first map, which again was to be expected, 86% win rate in 7 maps played for Insilio. And then we've got a Vertigo coming out of MOUZ, right, as well. Should have been expected. 82% win rate in 22 maps is their best map yet in the map veto. So we are just going to hometown favorites out here for both sides. But looking down at it, it's going to be a Nuke decider. Actually, I was expecting the Ancient. Surprised they got banned away here very early on. Both teams not really the greatest win rates on Nuke. So if we do get to that third map decider, it is going to get a little bit messy. But so far, definitely not a bad map veto. Good for either side. It's going to be interesting to see how Anubis is going to be starting things off here, especially onto that T side. And yeah, overall, it will be looking like MOUZ are going to be trying to find themselves on another win, because they have gone and just won one, lost one, lost one, right? Both teams just managed to actually beat down Eyeballers on a 2-0. They did lose against Parivision though, MOUZ, and Insilio cannot say the same things, as they did manage to beat Parivision just last week. And another significant week and a win coming out here for the Russian side of Insilio was that they managed to beat Guild Eagles in a 2-1. I believe that was in Bet Boomdaha. So that is something to look forward to here for Insilio, as they have taken down higher caliber teams. Whereas MOUZ and NXT, they've had so many changes, right? They've had so many big talents coming on up here for the team. And a very important thing is here that Tobiz is doing his job, right? Tobiz is doing an amazing job as the coach of MOUZ and NXT, and he's still pushing these talents up to their next level, right? He's still wanting more out of them. And we can see that on the server always, right? More executions, more communication. They're always clear on their aim. You can tell they've been training. So for the Russian side here of Insilio, they have to actually try to match up to that pace, and they'll try to take it down at least on their own map pick here at the very beginning, right? That's exactly what they're looking forward to, and that is what they want to shut down first. Because that's what's important to this best of 3. If you take down your enemy's map pick here, then you've got yourselves a clear ticket towards that victory of the best of 3 and going on over to the 2-1. Until then though, definitely be sure to check out our partners on over at Hellcase and Skins Place. You can use code CCT for 10% bonus on your first few deposits, but remember, it is still considered gambling. I still consider it gambling, everybody else does as well, so be careful with your money, be responsible, and do not bet with more than you can afford to lose. We're almost ready to go into that lobby, but until we do, I do want to know predictions from you guys, right? We're taking a look on down to HLTV, and we're seeing a 67% favorite out here for Insilio, out of all people. I definitely thought, personally, if I didn't take a look on over to the predictions beforehand, I would have thought that MOUZ and NXT would have been the favorites coming into this one, right? They've got a lot of well-known names, but Insilio do as well, right? Faydet, FPS, we've got Sugar as well, and the big names actually coming out here who are holding up the lines when it comes down to the stats are going to be PipW and Polt, right? So again, a lot of people to take a look on down to, a lot of people to try to find on an advantage, to try to actually take up the stage and actually be the first ones to come in here to the stat line. But for MOUZ, it's not like we're only taking a look at PR, right? We're not only taking a look at a single person. We're looking at everybody, Krizin, Syra, Burmilov, and Natu. Everybody else, though, welcome back here to the CCT. This is going to be the first map of the best of 3, and it is going to be Insilio versus MOUZ to try to take themselves over to the 2-1 bracket. So we'll see who can actually do it. Pistol round here, T selling for MOUZ. Of course, this is how they're going to be starting things off. Execution down towards the A side, but it only seems to be a fake out, as Insilio already rotate back around. Lots of investments down to the Molotovs onto that A side, but now they're pushing in through middle. Good calls being made out here by MOUZ. Starting off the day here. Rotates back away to the B side. First one up is going to be out here on Fadet, who finds the first one on a headshot. The dualies will go down. PR traded on out. .3v4 coming in from CT. It is going to be a great flash all around, and Pip manages to find one. Crizin trades it back, but not on Pip, onto Sugar, as Pip still moves on in. Pip! Oh my goodness, triple kill coming out of the USP. Now, all that's left is going to be Crizin to try to hold it, and that tap almost connected. Well played coming out of Pip to find himself over to the triple kill at the beginning of this game. 1-0. MOUZ, though, will be taking away their pistol round here onto the T side. And, yeah, the Academy will be starting things off great. A forced out investment, though, coming out of Insilio. Don't know if I really like it. Now, again, most teams will be going in for a force buy here. The bomb was planted. MOUZ do manage to find the round. So, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. But, looking down for a scout and an MP9 on the buy. We're going to have to see how it pays off. PR and Crizin, though, starting things off well. 2 kills each, and they're going to be looking for more. Mid-aggression out here from MOUZ. Something that not a lot of teams like to do. Ooh, big nade. Pip. Oh, no, that's Polt. Excuse me. Falling down to 9 HP. Running away towards CT into heaven. Yeah, but as I was saying out here, starting things off great here for MOUZ. They will be trying to continuously take on over the C side. Crizin, nice flank around, finds Sugar, shuts him down, makes it a little bit more bitter now. Pip is going to be able to find PR. That's going to be good for 1. Falls down to 10 HP. Those the Mac 10 will be picking up the kill bonus there, and then now a 3v4 with very low HP on the Polt. But Crizin is not out of blue waters just yet. Vermilov finds himself a dink, and it is going to be Nachu finding the double as well on that Mac 10. Beautiful. Coming out here from MOUZ. They're just taking these guys down. Polt, last man standing, 1v4. But 3 players are down to only 2 deagle shots to be taken out. And I think Polt does have to save here. Economy is not looking great, and he does have the full armor, which is going to be very important for the next round. So Insilio will have to take another L, will have to go back yet again, and this will be 2-0 here for MOUZ NXT. Not to worry though, if you are an Insilio fan, it should only be an eco into the next round, and then we should be seeing ourselves the full buy. MOUZ managing to employ their T side quite well, as to be expected. This is Anubis. Right, very T-sided map. So it makes sense after them winning out the pistol that they're able to get to the 2-0, able to capitalize. But now here comes the real true and tried test of skill. Will Pip actually buy into this round as well? Will he get up the deagle? Or does he hold for the AWP? He holds. He buys up a Zeus, actually. That is going to be interesting. Smoke going down towards the B side already. 2 Molotovs down on middle, and Crizin starts making his way across here. I think he got hurt on the push. FPS was ready for him, but not ready enough. Vermilov is going to send out a great flash, and Polt shuts Crizin down on the deagle. 4v4.
A side completely empty. No prospects over there whatsoever. Vermilov able to find one. Coming out here from the Ukrainian scene, the young gun. He's only 16 years old. Pip, the timing. But, yeah, Vermilov is already making waves, right? He came in through from Laser Cats, and now he is 3-1 into the 3rd map out here for MOUZ. Into the 3rd round here for MOUZ. But after capitalization back-to-back here from the T side, Insilio will be able to finally buy up into this round. FPS on an AWP as well, and Vermilov on 1 as well. So, 1v1 on the ops, 5v5 in the round. Let's see how it pays off here for Anubis. Will MOUZ continue to take up their momentum, or is this going to be 3-1 here for Insilio? First peek going on down. FPS does not connect. Runs back in towards heaven. And it might be an A peek coming out of Nate too. As MOUZ are going to be playing this one a little bit more slowly. I love the fact that they're continuously putting on mid control, mid prio. Not a lot of teams do this on Anubis again. So they are constantly trying to monitor that hallway on middle. It is going to be Pole taking a little bit of damage here. Back down to 63. As Crizin is forced to run away on that MAC-10. Bad position to be in. But he still put up the pressure, right? He still doesn't allow Insilio to push in through middle and do their own thing. Now they're going to be heading on over to the B side. Here comes the smoke, and it's going to be a two-man defense, turning into 3, coming in from K. Rotate already here for Pole. Here comes the push, Molotovs as well. Fade looking for the lineup. Crizin will be falling on down. Natu, can he trade it out on Pip? Yes, he can. That's one headshot going in for the second. Natu, great. Sugar on the trade back. Comes in from behind. Lineup was there. Fade almost being able to find a triple. Only good for the double. 2v2 remaining. FPS and Sugar coming in from unconventional angles here onto Insilio's side. Nobody on Cave. Nobody on CT. That's all just going to be MOUZ players. Instead, Sugar in here from long. His position has been breached, right? He is known as he's taken down one already on the push. But no one knows about FPS. Coming in there from Hut. It is going to be the op retake. Sugar needs to check here, and he pops on down towards PR. All last man standing is going to be Syra. Time ticking away. Diffuse kit here onto Sugar. He needs to be shut down, and it looks like FPS is turning his back away here. Oh, but he gets him in the last second. Syra does not manage to have the time to shoot out the bullet towards Sugar. If he did, this round would have been over and won for MOUZ, but it's not the case. So there you have it. Insilio managed to pick up their first round here on the board in round number 4. And their time to shine came through here for the CT side. So they'll be having themselves a full buy backup. Crizin still playing on the MAC-10. Only weapon he's played so far besides pistols. So, interesting to see that Crizin still goes ultra aggressive for this entry fragging role. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Crizin hasn't always been on that entry fragging position. So, the fact that he is transitioning back away to this one, in my mind at the very least, is a very change. FPS dropping down towards drop there. I don't know if it's the best to play. PR spawning out. Pole, oh, is that just running in through the smoke, hoping to find something. Sugar here does the same thing, though. This time it pays off. Sugar on the double. It's all up to Syra. Left in a 1v1 now as he shuts down Fade. Sugar and Syra. Is it going to be better? Yes, it is. Sugar. There you have it. Complete dogfight into the B side. It was pandemonium as far as skirmishes went. Everybody took on fights. Everybody was into the 1v1s, the 1v2s. They were taking out every single fight they could. And Insilio in the end do manage to win it. Off the back of Sugar, who is 5-3. A force buy ensues out here for the CT side and for the T side. 3 MAC-10s. The MAC-10, even though it's not half bad, it's not as good as the MP9. So I would have rather seen a Galil coming out here for Syra at the very least. Nate's coming on through here. Execution onto the A side, and it is going to be FPS shutting down 2. Natu trading it back, though. That's going to be great here for the T side. Natu, can you find the third on Polt? Ooh, spotted out the pixel on the head, and will be able to find a headshot. Natu, well played so far. 2v3 now, coming in from heaven. FAMAS and a UMP. Result that you can see here for MOUZ. Natu. Looking in for the ace. Can he find it down on heaven there? It is going to be the first contact. Pip easily shuts him down on the jump around. 2v2 ensuing. No defuse kit, so they have to move in fast. Bermilov is going to fall down as well. PR, last man standing. Good Molotov to buy some time. PR just needs to stay alive. Nate's out, and now the timing. MAC-10 doesn't get it, but there's not enough, is there? They're going in for it. They've picked up the defuse kit from the ground, so now they do have the time. There you have it. 3-3. Insilio bringing it back here. Managing to find themselves an equalization. Yeah, all that was needed was just to be able to put up that first on the board. After they've done that, now MOUZ are forced to stop the force buys and actually try to build up an economy because they're going in for it again. Last round, it was a bit of an eco, right? They had 3 Mac 10s, and some of the players did hold down to 1.9k, 2k even. So you can see AKs, you can see the Galil coming out of Bermilov here in this round as well, with some pretty decent util. Still, an A2 coming down to this one, finds another opener down towards the A site. Found a lot so far. He's 8 and 4, top of the lobby currently, as Pip is just right behind him, 8 and 5. Try to find something. Ooh, Crizin should be dead here. Walking around, yeah, there you have it, FPS. Easy frag, now looking down on A2, can FPS do it again? Yes he can, of course he can! A1S is not going to fall just yet, and it's all up left to PR. In the 1v3, and there you have it, Pip. From the other side of the map, manages to spray down onto PR, finds a headshot, and gets another round on the board here for Insilio. There you go. T-side out here for MOUZ. Losing out 4 rounds in a row definitely doesn't feel great. They're going to be forced to go in onto an eco. They're calling out a tackle pause though. They need to talk to their coach. What do they do in this situation? Right, they're 4 rounds in a row down, and they've managed to win the first 3. And now economy is not looking great, but they do have the potential for a force buy if need be. Now they've done force buys up until now, time and time again. So the Tech Noise, I think, are a decent call. Coming in with the smokes here, with the armors, they're going to try to full send on a site and see if that works, right? Insilio, they're holding it up as well. Cash isn't really being stacked up besides Polt, but everybody else is trying to just stabilize. And it's still early into the game here for Anubis. So it's not like anything is secured just yet. We can't really give any opinions just for now, but Insilio, he did have a nice bounce back. The nades didn't quite reach A2 and his mates. As Fade attempting, being forced out of the peak, a little bit of team damage here, and it is going to be Sugar in the end, correcting his shots. And managed to find another Fade that shuts them down on the B side as well. And all that's left is going to be Bermilov. There you go, not anymore. Dunk on down towards Bermilov. It is going to be a flawless round here from Insilio though. So they save away all of their guns, 2 AKs as well. They're going to be some happy lads. Moving into round number 9 here, as economy is going to start booming this time around. And MOUZ, full loss bonus still. They will be going in for the full buy. Flash on down towards the B side. Again, mid-prio trying to be taken out here. Look at how aggressive Insilio are gonna be though. Sugar finds 1 and 2 and trade it out. Pip comes in on long and finds the double as well. Pip's so aggressive. Good nade as well. Bermilov forced to push and now finds Fade dead. Can he find Pip as well? No, he can. Pip on the triple. My goodness. The aggression out of this round from Insilio, it's exactly what MOUZ didn't expect, right? MOUZ thought that they could just take it slow, go on over to the B side and take their time, but that wasn't the case. Insilio just overrun them through middle, through long as well, double peeking on down for every single down person. And they managed to win it out. So well played from Sugar, well played from Pip there to actually connect on the shots. Pip is 14 and 5 in 10 rounds, so already Pip is blowing it out of the water. And it looks like MOUZ just needs to stabilize somehow. Need another round on the board to make it theirs. But Insilio picking up 6 here onto the CT side. Already going to be great. Eco round opening out of the T side. And MOUZ are going to get absolutely wiped here. Polt finds a 2-for-1. Bermilov only man on an AK, but now that changes. Syra picks it up from the ground. Excuse me. And it is going to be the say push
One down, Syra. Checking things out for Sugar. Welcoming them to the jungle. Sugar. Timing his peaks well. Molotov forces him off the position, but leaves FPS to actually connect on a great shot. There comes the flash, and there comes the kill coming out of Nature as well with the Tech 9 in hand. Looking for the second, couldn't really get it. But on an eco round, they do manage to shut down 2. If the third was found as well, it would have been even better. But 7-3. We're going into the penultimate round of the first half, and Insilio have won 7 in a row. So there you go. MOUZ, they win the first 3 off the back of that pistol round, which was good. You know, it was even great. They were able to fully capitalize. They succeeded. But now, they need to find something else as well. So many force buys down the drain coming in from MOUZ. This time around, it will be a full buy. Full util, ready to go, but they have to stick together. I like what MOUZ are trying to do. Although, swapping sides here, I would like to see another tactical timeout. Insilio. 3-man defense on that B side. You do have Bolt holding down middle as they rotate. Onto this A side. Oh, look at the Molotovs coming down on Pip. Falls down to half HP. Just an absolute sea of flames. Second nade as well. Connects onto Pip. 16 HP remaining. And the Bloodsport will be looking in to try to take down MOUZ on the push. But on 16 HP, I don't know how he'll be able to actually pull that off. MOUZ. They're still heading on over for the second letter of the alphabet. That's where they do want to push over at. Pip falls, Kristen down on mid, wants to actually find the lurk around as well. Comes a flash, great crosshair placement coming out of Fade Dead as he shuts down PR. No more star power, it's up to Nature to try to do the work here. Sara moving into the side, FPS outside. Could he actually be able to find out the first here? And he does. Kristen out, and Sugar as well managed to find another. This is an incredible round coming out here for Insilio as they managed to find a retake without too many worries. It is going to be 8 rounds in a row for Insilio, as this is their own map pick, right? They had an idea for the CT side. Now, MOUZ down to the last round of the first half. If they don't manage to find an 8-4 at the very least, this isn't going to work. But even onto that CT side, I think Insilio have got strats for the T side as well. So, MOUZ, they really have to be wary. Anubis already starting things off here with a bit of a bang. Half HP onto Burmilov. Eats a nade for breakfast. If he woke up around about half an hour ago, then yeah, could call it breakfast actually. FPS, oh my goodness, FPS. He's finding these flicks. Makes it look so easy. You blink and you'll miss it. Nobody down on middle apparently. 3v5. Insilio so far have done an amazing job. Winning out 8 rounds back to back is not an easy feat. Bolt holding it together here on middle. Good position. Let's see if he can take down more than one here. On the peak, on down is going to be PR, and then the trade back. Syra shuts him down. Well played though. Coming out of Bolt. Evening up the manpower yet again, seeing as they do have the advantage. FPS not going to shoot. Not just yet. Syra moves on in. And it is going to be a B hit. So up to Fade Dead. And to Sugar to try to defend. And it is going to be Fade Dead holding down the line here. Oh, the awareness on the map finds one. Looks for the second. Gets him as well. I don't believe it. Insilio, 9 in a row manage to bring it home here for Anubis. They just had a slow start right now. This is the best they've been looking on an Anubis map so far on the CT side. MOUZ just not able to connect on a single round after the third. And they're moving into the CT side now. The disfavored one. Going to be quite tough to actually try to get around Insilio. If they win this pistol round, you could call it even over. MOUZ, if they win the pistol round though, they could be able to actually consolidate on a 9-6 at least. 9-5 maybe. There it is. That's a push coming out of MOUZ. I like the aggression, but the A side is empty now. B as well. That smoke did make a little bit of noise, so MOUZ might think it is going down to B. And now they swapped sides basically. Bomb planted, retake coming in from all sides of the map. MOUZ realizing is going on over to the A side. Fade that. Taking a lot of damage, going down in the end with the last bullet. It's going to be PR finding a headshot as well. 2v5 remaining onto this A side. The Glocks have to do their magic. Coming in from heaven, coming in from CT. It is going to be everyone staying alive here for MOUZ, winning out the pistol round. It is going to be really important that they do this, but remember, Insilio managed to get a bomb plant down, so it will be the force buy in this round. And they will be trying to just full send it on the side, right? What do they have to lose into this pistol round? Insilio didn't really shoot the best, but they did play it well when it came down to macro, right? They went on down, they faked out B, they got into A, they saw it clear, and they had the info as well. 4 people pushing down on middle for MOUZ. Right now for MOUZ. I said MOUZ a lot. Natu, the only man above 10 kills, and the only man that is net positive on the stat line as well is going to be Natu. 12-10. Pip W, 15-7. Fade that 10-8. Sugar 10-9 as well. Everybody being positive out here for Insilio. Good little eco coming on through here, and it is going to be that force buy. Bolt connects on the shots, and now they're going back to the A side here. MP9 and the A1S try to defend. They're hearing it all going through heaven. It is going to be Pip finding another and another kill. Double out here for Pip on the Galil. Yeah, he's going to inspect that weapon because it does magic. Opening up on that A site. Insilio managed to take it over, and this is the power of T-side Anubis, right? It is just as easy as to get through middle, fight their way across the connector, open up at least 2 frags, and then it's basically unretakeable from this point. You're on the man disadvantage, you're seeing everybody run over you, bomb planted. There's just not enough time to do it all. No defuse kits either here for Siren PR. A1S picked up, FPS is gonna run away. And are Insilio going to be having themselves a flawless round? I think they might be. No one died just yet. Let's wait. PR doesn't have the opportunity. No, there you have it. Perfect round coming out of Insilio. Pip coming out here on heaven and shutting down 2 before that MP9 gets to do work. Double digits here for Insilio. Go into round number 15. 10-4. MOUZ on a force buy for Mag 7. Vermilov kind of giving up a little bit on this map. Well, that's mean of me to say. I don't think they've given up yet. I still see them have the motivation to try to win the rounds. It's just they're really far down, and if they don't win a miracle round, then it might not work out. Big nade as well down onto FPS. Falls down to 28 HP. Kristen picks up the A1S. SPR did get taken down. Good frag from Natu. Finds FPS, who was low HP. And now Sugar is going to fall down as well. So MOUZ, they are stabilizing. They are finding the manpower advantage. Now Vermilov, let's see if this Mag 7 is going to pay off or not. Oh, yes, it is. shut on back. Look at how that body just ragdolled its way across the map. And Natew finds himself on a triple kill this round. MOUZ managed to win out the force buy. And even though I wasn't quite that confident in their force buy at the beginning of this round, MOUZ do manage to pick it up. The fact that Natew also finds 3 kills on the MP9 here is going to be great because he buys up a lot with those kill bonuses. Force buy round here for Insilio. Not a lot of cash to go around for utility as well. Natew being aggressive, sees FPS, sees Sugar as well. That's the double here for Natew again. 17 and 11. This man keeping MOUZ alive. Not by himself, but he's doing most of the work. 3v5 now. Insilio heading over to middle. They might just try to drop down. Pip is there as well already. And Pol, he needs to find at least 2 frags here to make it worth it. Fade dead. Oh, very nice. Pol finds another, but they don't expect Natew to be here as well. Only a single bullet left in the mag, and he finds the 4th frag as well. In this round, Natew, what is going on here? This dude is going insane. And Pip is gonna fall here in the end. PR steals away the ace from Natew, but it doesn't even matter. MOUZ pick up 6th on the board. There you have it. Insilio. They're trying to hold it together, but this is going to be a full save, or at most an eco here for the T side. So MOUZ should be able to find themselves on 10-7, which is already a great turnaround of events. They might be trying to attempt on over to the safe side, but still. Into a round like this one, the biggest objective is to get that bomb down. The second biggest is to try to find as many kills as possible. Even if that is only going to be 1 or 2. Still better than nothing. It's gonna be a B-side to hit. Let's see how Syra takes them down. Here comes the push of the Spartans. Good ding. Oh, Bolt and Pip. They both find kills. This is gonna be huge on this B-side. AK taken, A1S as well. Bomb planted. And they have hit every single objective that they had in mind. Insilio, no way. Do they have the angle for this round in a full Glock? They're getting the bomb down. And there's only 30 seconds left to actually find the defuse. Time's still ticking. Burmilov should be able to find a double here. Oh, only good for the first. Burmilov down to 4 HP as well. Both rifles full here, and it is only going to be Polt left standing here. 1v3, and Polt gets seen. There you have it. Natew brings it back. And this round was a little bit scary, especially as Burmilov fell down to 4 HP. If this were to be 3 kills and the bomb planted, it would have been an insane Glock round here from Insilio, but still overall well played to be able to shut down both of these guys and get the bomb down. Big economical change here, big economical stress onto MOUZ, but you can still see they've got a good backing onto that cash, so they don't have to worry. Even if they lose this round, they can still buy back. Thing is though, fade that on the Krieg. We've got ourselves Insilio on a full buy. aggression from Bermilov. Timing was everything there. He eats that nade completely there. But Pip down to 26, Bermilov down to 40. It will be looking like an A angle. Here for the T side. That's FPS. Oh! Finds the tap onto Bermilov. Great on the headshot. Well played. PR does trade it back onto Pip, and FPS should die as well here. Flash onto the right side. The nade shuts him down. Well played, PR. Onto the double. But still, that was a very nasty one tap coming out of FPS. Pushing on down. Krisen, there you go. 1-for-1 trade. Don't know what happened to Natio in this round. But 2v2 retake on over here to the A bomb side. Fade dead. Shuts down one, but PR should be able to find them both here. Depending on how he takes down Sugar, it's all up left to Fade dead. Half HP versus 21 into the 1v1. Fade dead on the Krieg, and he is gonna fall. 45 still. It is gonna be the round for MOUZ NXT, as this will be, yeah, Natu falling on down, apparently disconnected. They still managed to win the round, which is great for MOUZ. But I do think we'll have to take ourselves a bit of a technical. And, yeah, teammate suspended in midair. There comes the technical pause. Natu having a couple of issues. Wouldn't be too big of a worry, though. But yeah, I mean, overall here, MOUZ from 10 to 4, they manage to bring it back to 10 to 7, right? 3 rounds in a row. It's going to be absolutely huge here for the CT side, as Insilio have been denied their full buys time and time again. So I just wonder, how will they bounce back here on their own map pick? Are they going to be allowing MOUZ to actually find themselves on double digits as well? There's no way. Yeah, look at that nice one tap. FPS knows how to do it. Was a little bit slow on the reaction times there into the second peak, but PR managed to find this 2v1. Saves another round here for MOUZ. And it's not even 10 to 7, it's 10 to 8 actually. I'm even tweaking out a little bit. Natu is going to be reconnecting though, so it shouldn't be too long here until we get back into Anubis. Back into the second half. And a lot of post-plan scenarios, a lot of retakes out here from MOUZ that managed to actually go their way. And Insilio, they haven't been as aggressive as they would have thought they would be over here to this T side. Natu still timed out though. Wonder what happened. His game just crashed away. MOUZ bring it back from a 9 to 3 split, by the way. Remember, everybody, this was Insilio taken away onto the CT side of everything. 9 rounds. Now that they're on the T side, they've only managed to find 1. Onto a T side of map as well. Both sides of the river here are not doing a great job when it comes actually to pushing. But Natu is back. 21 and 11, remember. Still insane out here from Natu. And Insilio going to round number 19, hopeful onto this force buy. Now I'm saying force buy again because they don't really have a lot of util to work with. Sugar out here is going to be checked out and taken down. Natu so aggressive, and it works out so well. Overall, this is MOUZ again on the advantage. Bermilov could shut down FPS as well. The peak, and oh, that flick! FPS shut down. (3v5) now. And Insilio with a man disadvantage. Struggling to find something to work with here onto this T side. They will be pushing down on middle. Krisen will be waiting in for them. Again, good utility thrown out, but now forces Insilio to look at middle and say, I'm not going there anymore. And they will be headed on over to the B site. Bit of Zonic's Law. This is the new Zonic's Law of CS2. Back then on CSGO, it was something on the first half. Now it's going to be something else. 9-3, apparently. Bringing it back. Preparing the nade. Oh, this one's gonna hurt. Out here for the T side. There he goes. And big damage. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Syra finds the double as well. Syra. Beautiful nade. Over 100 damage live on a single grenade. Connects on all of them, and MOUZ find themselves on 9. Would you look at that? They brought it back. Almost 6 rounds in a row. Insilio, good, finally taking down a Tackle Pause. Realizing maybe it's getting a bit more serious than they thought it was. Winning out 9 rounds on your CT side first up, you definitely think, okay, we've got this easy. But that is not the case right now. Here comes the Tackle Pause being ended. Round number 20. Insilio, half by coming across here. If they don't find a miracle to get 11 and 12 on the board, then this map can still be out of their grasp. MOUZ could be taking stabilization here and equalization into this one. Will be the B-side push. We'll have to deny. Here comes Pip trying to run around, and Pip will be able to find one. Wow. PR shut down immediately. Fade Dead finds Syra as well. Well played from Insilio so far. But it's still the 3v3. It's going to be the post-plant situation though. At the very least, that is going to be something for Insilio to look forward to. The Tech 9s are trying to pick up the rifles from the ground. FPS already gets 1. Fade Dead falls down to 22. Push on over. The Tech 9 trying to hold it. Krisen is gonna fall. A1S retrieved, and now not looking too great out here for MOUZ. All up to Natu to try to retake. Finds Pole as well. 22 HP left onto Fade Dead, and he doesn't go down. Fade Dead, well played. Triple kill into this round. The Tech 9s come out on top, and Insilio bring you back when no one thought they could. There you go. MOUZ enabling themselves to come back and then falling to pistols. It's the tale as long as the CCT has been alive. Nothing new here. Great eco round though, coming out of Fade Dead and co. Insilio. Round number 21. 11-9. And the T side still have got themselves over to the advantage. They need one more round and they're going to be taking themselves over to map point. The execution, good splash all around here, but it's gonna be up to Fade Dead to try to deny this push. Oh, PR gets it in the end. Polt trying to hold up middle, shuts down Krisen. Big damage though from Natu again. Polt taken down, and low HP on the Syra, and PR are all that's gonna be left. Good Molotov away here for Sugar as well. 2v2. Insilio could be taking this round away as well. Syra wants to pick up another gun, but now sees the bomb on rotation, so has it, and Natu's gonna start pushing. Checks out here for Sugar. Ooh. X-Ray baited me out a little bit. Thought that was gonna be the peak. FPS on the A side holding it together. Sugar is just gonna steal away the bomb and run away with it.
He's still taking his sweet time. Syra so close to the enemy right now, hasn't heard anything. Both back turns away to each other, and look on over to the work around. It's gonna be Sugar going down. Natu spots him. 2v1 now on the other side of the map. FPS needs to move in quickly. Time ticking away. 30 seconds now. And I think he's gonna save. No way. Syra and Natu managed to somehow win this round. Natu putting his whole team on his back right here. 26-12. And this is the only reason, well, not the only reason, but this is the biggest reason why MOUZ currently have made the comeback happen. Right? They were down 6 rounds on the half, and now they're only down a single one. They need 2 more, and they put themselves up to the map point as well. So Insilio, they still need 1 more. But this one is going to be a little bit tough. AWP onto FPS.
Polt going in for the Deagle. Pip on the Tech 9. It will be a half buy coming out here from Insilio.
As MOUZ are trying to make the comeback happen, make it real and get to 12 first. Could even be overtime here on Anubis. A2 takes a little bit of damage. And on the map pick of the Russian side as well, MOUZ have made already a great statement to their comeback. Now they just need to finish it off as well. Triple peek on down, too long. It's gonna be Syra going down. Polt, great headshot. Looking on down, traded immediately, but Faded is still left there. Faded finding the double. B side completely empty now, 2v4. If Natu wasn't there, apparently we get to see MOUZ all fall. Was a great headshot at the beginning though, coming out of Polt. Can't really take that away from him. Bomb dropped, will be planted by Pip. Kristen playing the buddy system out here with his teammate, but now they're going to be running away for the save. They're realizing they don't have cash for the next round. So Kristen is just looking for a gun to pick up somewhere. All the guns being dropped away on long though, so that's not going to be easy. And there you have it. 12 secured on the board for Insilio. The Russian squad manages to find themselves up on their own map pick here on the advantage. And now all they want to do is just get to 13. MOUZ. They need 2 in a row here. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do that on a single A1S and an MP9. They have to force buy, but they have nothing to buy with. Round number 23, Mag 7 on Bermilov. FPS goes in for it. That's a shot on Natu already. Opens up the A side. It basically wins the round because of that. It was Natu after all to fall here. And FPS trying to go in for more. Bermilov can't really play the Mag 7 in that angle. And this is going to be the round here for Insilio, taking it away on their own team and on their own map. Are going to be able to find 13-10. As Bermilov is the last man standing, 1v5, and surely there's nothing left to be done. He's just holding it. That's all he can do right now. Insilio managing to win out on their own map pick here is going to be huge, as MOUZ look to be a bit unstoppable when it came down to that CT side. They were looking to really try to make the comeback play, but Here you go, here you have it. Insilio managed to, after all that first half, winning 9 rounds in a row, take it over to 13-10. Really close map here onto the first one. But I do hope that you guys have enjoyed. Away from the map pick of Anubis, though, we go to the skyscrapers of Vertigo. The own map pick coming out of MOUZ to see if this is going to be a 2-0 out here for the Russian squad of Insilio, or if we are going to get to see the Academy actually bring it home here on an 80% map win rate for Vertigo, and then take us over to that Nuke as the decider. Stay tuned to find out what's going to happen. We're going to be moving into a quick little breakout here into the best of 3 until then.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try Skin Place. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skin Place.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here to the CCT for the second map of this best of 3. Insilio taking over on their own on Anubis for 13-10. And here at the casting desk, we've got reinforcements as well. Welcome, Jesse, to be joining me into this cast. First map was already a bit of a wipeout here for Insilio, at least on that first half. MOUZ bring it back, make a comeback happen, but not enough for the win. So now we go on to Vertigo, their own map pick. What do we think?
Yeah, I mean, that Anubis was a little weird, considering both teams played very good on that CT side. So I'm getting a little bit concerned for a more stable map like Vertigo to have such a weird turn of events as well. But of course, their CT side will be a little bit more forgiving, I would say. But all in all, I think Insilio looked good. They were the ones that should be able to take Anubis away, and they did. So all in all, it's up to MOUZ and NXT to show what their prowess on Vertigo will still be, as of course with their previous lineup, Nexius and Slent, we all remember that lineup. They were insane on the map of Vertigo. They played at almost every map. They picked at almost every map, so the legacy of MOUZ and NXT on Vertigo has to continue. But of course, coming into this one, you won't have that momentum coming in because you haven't won yourself that first map, so that will definitely be a hit MOUZ NXT is going to get. But if you want to get to Nuke, you gotta go through Vertigo first, and it's up to Insilio to show what they can do, starting off on that strong CT side. If they can get the snowball rolling, keep the snowball rolling, or if MOUZ NXT can stop it from happening.
Yeah, and I think that both teams don't really want to go to Nuke. Of course, MOUZ does want to get to Nuke, so they are able to win the whole best of 3 in general, but the Nuke map pick in general was an interesting one, right? Because the last two bans were coming in here as Ancient and Overpass. Both maps, which both teams do enjoy playing a little bit more than Nuke, right? And still, only have got themselves on a 43% win rate, and MOUZ, as it goes for them, 38% win rate. So now that we move into Vertigo, we'll see how this one goes, and if we do decide to go into that third map decider. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever just tuned in, welcome back to the CCT here for the first European online series. We've got ourselves here for Season 2, the mid-matches of the group stage. And right now, both teams are fighting for the 2 and 1 bracket. So, MOUZ starting off onto this T side. Nuke played the hell out of the first game. He ended off on like a 26 kill streak. So, he can look for even more. And poor Polt already peppered down towards ramp.
Has so much util, didn't use any, dropping instantly. And that's going to give some nades away to Chrisen, who's like, yeah, I will use that to my advantage. If I can pick up that nade, it's going to be fine. The IGL from MOUZ and NXT. Using that one, having chances to work their way up. It's Sugar that will try to retreat some of that companion, with him creating a lot of chaos there on the side. The flank might go a little unknown. BR's been seen inside of Sandbags, trying to run their way through. Also from short, it's Burmilov walking his way through, getting help from Sarah. They will be trying to get their way onto the side, while it's all down to Sugar now. A 1 versus 1. Knows he is inside of the sandbag, so it's Sugar walking up, but one tap is enough, and he will deliver. What a kill from Sugar to get them over the line. It's Insilio to start things off quite well.
9 HP, Sugar finds the clutch, finds the defuse, and the pistol round here for the Insilio side. That was crazy, right? Because if Sugar doesn't get that, MOUZ start their T side off with a pistol round win. They're able to capitalize off of that then, because it is the CT side for Insilio. They're not able to force buy, and MOUZ start getting the advantage back up again, but this time on their own map pick. Now, Insilio pick up the pistol, so they will be having themselves the MP9s to play with, the FAMASs as well, and the force buy coming out of MOUZ.
And I really like their approach with Sugar there, of course, pushing his way into A. He created some chaos, causing for the players from MOUZ and NXT to not be ready whatsoever for that play, for that flank coming through. And you could see them not in position. One was sandbags, they tried to help, but they were too late to react. Very well played from Insilio, and that's how you're gonna see the difference here from this CAS squad. They know those small tweaks, the aggressive plays, the aggressive flanks. We'll see that on Vertigo.
Definitely we will. Although, the force spy coming out here from MOUZ is going to be allowing for some interesting plays as well. Bomb left down our rotation, and it will be attempting to be going on over to the B side and try to open it up just a tad bit. We've got the mid players already finding information. PR on the stair seal towards B. Spots out one, doesn't get him. Pip actually manages to win that one trade out, and Sugar on the skirmish down the middle. It was a 2v1, and yet still Vermilon still falls. And Sugar down to full HP. So it's all up left to the Ram players to try to push, and they do manage to find one fade. That is going to go down as well. Kristen happy with this. Manages to pick them up. 3v3 now. Onto the A side they still go. They do have the bomb to play with as well. Not Natu with it strapped to its back, and it is going to be Syra falling. Kristen down to low HP as well. Pushes in through the smoke. This should be the end of the round, but Natu maybe has other plans. Natu finds another, and the MP9 falls as well. 2v1 now. And make it a 1v1. 12 HP on Kristen. And we've seen this sort of clutch before. Time ticking away. Galil picked up the force. And oh my god, he doesn't check! Kristen manages to find the round. FPS completely bewildered. Didn't check to his left. And there you have it. MOUZ find themselves on the round.
What a play from Kristen. Making him think he was going B. And then when FPS started running up, didn't clear the shorts anymore. Because he felt like he was long gone. Not happening. The IGL too smart for MOUZ NXT to win themselves the round. Insilio will be forcing back. They know they're on the double eco situation here, so they gotta be working things out. But if they lose this pistol round and follow-up, still converted big time by MOUZ NXT. And that is a great turn of events that they've just found themselves into. The Europeans are getting themselves a good head start if they win this next particular round, and considering there's only pistols on the side from Insilio, that is looking like a dangerous threat on our hands.
Yeah, but it is the force spy either way coming out here for Insilio, so we do have a little bit of util to work with. No defuse gets though, and Vermilon, if he falls down here, it could be a good start. Although Pole don't really know if he wants to peek in this aggressively. 5-7 doesn't connect. And now the A hit is being called on even more. But that's only from the CT side. The T's are having other plans. You can see the bomb headed on over towards middle and towards B. Rotated around. It might be up to Sugar and to Pip to try to deny.
They're gonna do exactly that, or hope to do so. Sugar will go for an aggro peek, spotting out PR, getting traded. MOUZ NXT always with two at the same place, which is really good for giving. Of course, you can allow to miss some fights. Pip treating back. FPS has joined them as well, so there's gonna be a bunch of players on the side, and the Nate are doing a lot of damage. You can chip them away fairly easily now, unless MOUZ NXT is gonna go towards the A side. With Sarah already taking so much control all the way from heaven, it should just be an easy cleanup, although Burmilov might exit in towards the A side for a second time. B will be challenged. Burmilov for the third will make FPS a little less concerned about that A play. Yet he's still considering it big time. And the bomb is going to move his way towards the A side. Towards B, I would have to say. What a round for MOUZ NXT. The bait and switch for a second time in a row. But it works out. I mean, you can take yourself some entrance points in towards that A side. Then you can still go B to see what's cooking. And if you find B clear, why not just go towards the B side?
And even though in this round the Galil found most of the frags, Syra did manage to pick one up as well on the Mac 10, so kill bonus still goes his way, and MOUZ are good economically speaking and on the rounds. They bring it back, they don't let Insilio capitalize on that pistol round. And speaking of pistol rounds, there's going to be another one coming out here for the CT side, staying down on middle, trying to Astrala stack it all the way. They're going to be trying to take down as many guns as possible, although I don't really think that they're going to be able to find anything. That bomb is surely going to get picked up and sent to the A side. As Insilio, this is the greatest of starts that we were expecting out of the CT side for Vertigo.
Yeah, it's rough. Start things off good on the first round, but now you lose more, so the pistol cannot be converted. It becomes nothing, even a rougher spot to be in. Good defaults that MOUZ NXT is constantly playing, making sure they are together, seeing where things are laying, because you can expect an A-stack to come out of Insilio here with the pistol, so not picking up the bomb instantly will actually call you to go for a little bit of a retake here, or a bait and switch if you want to say so. This time around, A is left open, and Insilio will wait on middle for potential pushes from MOUZ NXT, because they know that Mac 10 from Sarah is going to want to push. He wants to get as many kills as possible and kind of get the Mac 10 out of their hands, so Insilio know this, and they're going to set up for it.
Yeah, well, now they're just trying to stay alive. They didn't really invest anything into this round, so don't give away more kill bonuses away here towards MOUZ. No need to even get their kills and their money even higher up through the ranks as they are. But 3-1, MOUZ do manage to put themselves up on quite a decent position. Is that Mac 10 gonna get picked up? I don't think it will. No need to either way though. Should be a full buy coming out here from Insilio. No one died. So there you have it. Round number 5. We're going in towards it. And MOUZ, they're looking quite great so far. Can they keep up this pace though onto this T side? Now, in theory, that is how it should go. Vertigo isn't the worst maps for this T side. It isn't one of the greatest either. But it can work out depending on how your team is prepared for it. So taking a look on down towards MOUZ, I've seen some great calls on over to Anubis. So I know that they've got a good procedure set.
I mean, I gotta say, it's a little rough not going for that many low head armor plays, but we'll start to see Bolt going aggressive. Lots of them buy head armor, which costs them butyl, so they're gonna have to go and play something like this with a cheeky push somewhere, and it works out wonderfully. And Insilio get the man advantage here towards middle, while still over towards ramp will be FPS looking for an entry. Ooh. A rough fight will be taken, but he finds Sarah and catches him off guard, making Bernie Love the only one that can make its way through towards the A site. Again, heads-up fights will be taken. Faded is going to throw in a smoke as soon as FPS spots something out. He will be seen and going to be taken away. Faded looked for the trade. He's not able to do so just yet, so that will go to waste. Although he's trying to equalize once more. MOUZ NXT has found themselves into an acceptable position. Boom. Still dropped a little further back, so that will have to be retrieved while Insilio set up to control the A site for good.
Great overall smoke there, being aggressive, trying to deny vision. It is going to be the reposition down towards headshot, and a great headshot as well from the FAMAS. Connects on PR, and now Pip shuts him down. Only left to Bermilov to try to find himself on a quadra to win the round. Takes down one, looks in for the second, and Pip is still there to shut him down. And Insilio pick up a round here, and a much needed one of that. It was the forced by attempt coming out here from Insilio, and now they've got the cash remaining. They've saved away 2 AKs, and now they're ready to move even further into this Vertigo onto the CT side. MOUZ used up their residual cash to buy back up, and this is going to be a round that they can't afford to lose, because if they do, that's economy gone out the window, and MOUZ as well with the advantage taken away.
Yeah, I was very hyped to see this Bermilov player coming in, right? He played for Laser Cats before, got himself into a good position with that team, and now you were expecting MOUZ NXT to start making some changes, mainly into the fragging power, because they're playing well together. It's a good team, but you're looking at the individuals having to start fragging out, and Bermilov is a very good one to it. You can still see he's gotten 7 frags, but only 3 rounds for MOUZ NXT thus far. You're gonna have to see a little more, and him working with the likings of him to find yourself some success. Nades and Util out towards his A site. It's up to Crimson to find a gap, which has usually been towards that A site. He's gonna now be the one pushing alone. And a flash thrown deep, so you might not expect Crimson to be this close, but he still is expected by Fadette, and that will be A site taken control of. Now you should be expecting a mid to B player or something to come out. Rotations should start to come in, but they will be too late to help Pip. He's gonna have to do it all himself here towards the B site. Ask a lot, but he can deliver. First kill found and a mulli to throw in. MOUZ NXT are not allowed to get towards B.
Well, not for now. Bermilov is still going to go down. Syra, last man standing, 12 HP in a 1v3. Don't think he's going to be able to do much. So Insilio win out this round as well. And there you go, 3-3. MOUZ have actually fumbled the bag a little bit, as this is going to be an eco round. You were talking about Vermilov, though. So many people were talking about him once he actually took the place of Yimfat when he left MOUZ, right? Because that's around the time that Vermilov actually managed to get back into the MOUZ NXT roster from Lasercats, and everybody was saying he's the next big thing, right? Everybody was saying that he's going to absolutely frag out alongside Nate, alongside PR, and I won't say that he hasn't, but he hasn't really come up to expectations yet. So we're still taking a look on down to Vermilov to try to prove himself, as this is going to be going up against Insilio in round number 7. MOUZ desperately want a big round. Into the Seco, if it does work out, then it could be their ticket back into the game. Otherwise, Insilio should be able to be good for a couple more rounds back to back here. Here comes the push fade. That taking down on ramp, and it is going to be line up there for FPS. Finds a triple, looks in for more, runs out of bullets, and the mag has to reload. Vermilov down to 29 FPS. Trying to just keep it together. Can he find the ace to this one? Vermilov goes down. Quadra kill here for FPS. Oh, that stuff is going to be Crizin. He pushes up in towards Squeaky. Out here on Catwalk, and he is not going to be spotted out. Crizin finds the frag. 3 kills into the Seco. Already amazing for MOUZ. Looking on down though, Crizin trying his best to not die, and it is going to be just a peek around. Time and time again. Good Molotov, forcing him out of position, but still stays in the corner here. Waiting and trying, and Sugar's gonna peek. There you go. Tech9 can't take both of them out. So this is gonna be Insilio in another round. That's to be expected, but hey, MOUZ did actually take down 3 guns.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty great. MOUZ NXT looking good. You were talking about Jimfat leaving. It was actually Nexius leaving when Vermilov joined. So, Dream Jimfat was already gone a few months. But, yeah, again, Nexius making the step towards OG. Whereas, then Vermilov was coming in. And, I mean, I definitely looked at that Lasercats team in particular. Not necessarily Vermilov himself to be a team that could achieve further heights. And they couldn't do it with the team itself. They had a lot of events where they shined and got a little close. Yet now he's having himself a lot to prove here at a big organization. You can see once MOUZ spots you, once the scouting team of MOUZ sees something in you, you're having a bright future ahead of you, and that's definitely something that Vermilov is gonna have. Crizin found a good timing towards the A side to B, I have to say, and that is Sugar instantly falling. What a timing the IGL found, and MOUZ NXT is gonna win this round. Insilio is not even going for this one anymore. They check towards A. And they will soon be going for that save, making sure they have a buy going next. And although you find 3 in a row, MOUZ NXT take 1 back with a good timing, and that's how easily things can swing on this map of Vertigo. And that's what I really like about this map as well. You have a lot of gaps that you can exploit towards B, towards A. You need to be ready at all given times. And that was something that MOUZ NXT definitely was. Sierra is waiting on A though, for Paul to make some move. Is he going to be expecting this? Is he going to be checking down below? He will not. And that's a beautiful kill to find. A very important one, to say the least. Although Sierra's going to look for more. He will, in fact, do so. FPS is all that's left. And MOUZ NXT have just done so successfully. They have taken a round away from Insilio. And also forced them into a possible eco up next.
And they did it flawlessly too. No one died on the T side. So now 4-4. MOUZ. They are very happy with this sort of outcome. Right, they're able to stabilize. They're able to get cash back in the bank. And FPS will only have to play away with that AWP. His teammates struggling on the buy. But it is going to be a force out here, Jesse. Now, what do you think about this force, right? Because Insilio do have to mount up to the AWP, right? They can't just leave FPS to be the only one actually having money for the next few rounds. So everybody's investing. But is this the right call?
Yeah.
Should they have actually waited and held on down to the eco rather than going for the shot?
Now, some of them didn't have money, so 1.9 thousand is the usual trick to go for a force buy. Otherwise, you would have your players on for Masters next round, which you don't really like. Although right now, you're sent back to an eco. The play was right, they played it by the book. But you gotta get some more kills going. You cannot just leave middle open that easily. At the same time, they got a little timing there. MOUZ NXT has not exploited middle, like ever. So they played more to the extremity side in the beginning, while then getting timing on the mid side, causing for a Nightshade to get a triple in the midst of things. You'll try to see Pip going for a save. He is probably going to be unable to, as he's being pushed from every side. Nightshade is going to be taken away, so Pip creates some chances, although he's down to 4 health and will be stripped away. Good round for MOUZ NXT at a very crucial moment, and I guess I like the adaptation, right? It's a good call for Insilio to make, and now they're getting themselves a little waken up. The thing is, MOUZ NXT, they know Insilio is playing more towards A and more towards B than they are towards middle, because MOUZ NXT has not gone for it. So what is MOUZ NXT gonna do? They're gonna go middle, obviously, and try to get some space there, and they catch Insilio by surprise there, by going for such a mid play, a dry play into middle, with Nightshue getting a triple as a result, and all the way into A, without any response from Insilio.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because usually MOUZ is a team that likes to go in for the extremities, not necessarily try to play in towards middle, but they've really changed that up in this best of 3. They've taken a lot of control down towards Anubis when they played it on the first map. They actually tried to take over mid and have some pry over there, then to push into the sides. And now they're doing kind of the same thing here on Vertigo as well. Insilio not really expecting it on either map. So far so good here for MOUZ. But clearly, this is a little bit of an anti-strat. We don't usually get to see this coming out of them. Which I do like to see, right? The approach to actually try to change up your playstyle here and there is always going to work out, especially when you catch off the enemy team off guard. And now on the USP round, just trying to tap away, Fade is going to be able to find Syra.
Yeah, USPs starting to be wrapped up. Vermilov with a third. Make it 4. All picked up. Only a singular kill, which is kind of good enough, I guess. It's somewhat worth it. Kristen will get the AWP out. Gonna drop it down to Vermilov, so that's why they brought him in to play the AWP role, as Kristen was going for it before. But having Vermilov now on his beloved weapon, while he's already been wrecking things up with the AK, is a dangerous threat for Insilio. We know D side is workable, but as of right now, the CT side has mainly been the point of the both teams to strive for. So this is not a good look for Insilio necessarily.
Yeah. So far though, taking a look on down towards the stat line as well, Natio was the one that actually really carried onto the first map, right? So onto Anubis, we got to see him going on over to 26, 27 frags, something like that. And now he's up to only 4, right? The rest of his team is actually coming in around him to help him out, to be there for him as he was there for his teammates. And Syra does this again. This is the second or third time Syra gets a frag like that on towards Squeaky, on towards Catwalk. So, well play coming out of him for apparently working it out. The PR, 11 HP, and now dead. PW manages to find 2 out from Pillar as well. So really well played. 2v2 remaining. The B bomb side empty. It's FPS and Fade versus the IGL and Syra. And Syra not looking too healthy, but he does have the bomb. And looks to be an A angle still though, Jesse. They're still going on A here, and FPS has heard it.
Gonna try to wallbang most likely, or just waiting for the duck up. Beautifully done. And now Kristen will be heard on B. It's a rough fight for Fade, but he wins it out. What a round from Insilio to pick up at a brilliant moment. You thought they were gonna be broken, but they're still healthy and ready, and have a chance to take 6-6 if you pick up another full buy round.
They do indeed. Coming into this one, you mentioned 6-6. Let's see if it's going to be possible. Last round of the first half here. And MOUZ still have got the bye. Insilio do as well. They're ready to duke it out here to see what sort of half it's going to be. On the first map, it was a 9-3, and MOUZ still managed to bring it back a little bit here to make it a 13-10, at least make it respectable there for Anubis. Now here on Vertigo, Insilio, they want to be the ones actually taking on down the 2-0. They want to be the ones that came in here as the favorites and are going to go out as the favorites as well. Because as far as predictions-wise goes, Jesse, before we started up this best of 3, this matchup overall in general, Insilio were still the favorites to try to win this one from everybody down in chat.
Yeah, I gotta give it to him. Insilio has been playing a phenomenal Counter-Strike, and MOUZ NXT is still a team that has a lot to prove, so I do definitely know where these guys are coming from. You guys do have some idea of what's happening. Insilio, always a team that we kind of misunderstand in what they're doing, but now we bring it in. The new additions, it's working out, and even on this map, CT side is starting to wrap up wonderfully. Nightshue, he's having the aim ready, finding himself an entry point, and going into B is PR. Nightshue is not making too much noise. Otherwise, you already expect PR to kind of be on the B side, and as soon as he's on CT, maybe he's going to start to run, allowing him to catch them off guard in a sense where they have no ID. They're trying to stick together at least. if they've cleared ramp, they're certainly going to go back towards the A side, B side rather. They'll be forced with an unknown surprise here in PR. Although, they might be going for the ramp around from ramp. That is crazy.
Yeah.
They're going to start going for a flank, and PR will notice this, will now hear it as well, most likely. And that will be MOUZ NXT fighting back from a B exec. Its sides have been reversed, as now Insilio is going for B ramp.
Pushing on up, time ticking away. There is the defuse kit here on Sugar. 2 Molotovs and smoke as well. Are they going to have time to actually employ them? They have to line them up, and there they go. That's going to be 1 in for default. Natu has to hold him from CT alongside PR, who's in on heaven. He does have angle to the bomb. That's going to be the Molotov not thrown out perfectly, though, and that's going to be Sugar left the last man standing. Time ticking away. He can't find the bomb. He goes in for the stick, and Natu gets him. So there you have it. 7-5. MOUZ manage to take away the advantage here on their own map pick for the T side as they're swapping around sides to go on over for the defensive CT. I wonder if MOUZ can keep it up or not. This was a very good 2v2.
Yeah, well played. I mean, in general, MOUZ NXT, they found themselves the gaps in which Insilio was trying to adapt to them in the first place, and that's what I do really like. I mean, they got the coach with them, of course, Tobis, which used to be the coach of the MOUZ Tier 1 team, which is really where you're getting all that experience from and where you can find yourself those gaps with Chris and as an experienced IGL to call out as well as... Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's a little boost. Something cheeky. He's going to chuck in the smoke to go for an A fake. I would say they're going to start going into middle with that smoke. Landing somewhere towards... Oh, wait. It's going to be a con smoke towards A. They're going to go middle. They're going to go for a B split. The only one on middle is Nightshoe. And with him getting dinked, this could be an overrun player that is not going to be leaving the A to the B side open. Yep, he is. He's going to get dinked out. B side left open. And an alternative smoke, an alternative play for Insilio that works out wonderfully by the looks of it right now. Although the retake will be a tough prospect to work with. Looked like Bolt was going to be able to find more, but he won't. It's all down to a 4 versus 3.
Into the side right now, trying to play server. It's gonna be the dualies. Managed to find one, and then the other. Fade still left alive. Only man standing. Fade taken out from behind, and this is gonna be MOUZ on 8 rounds here on the board. They managed to find a retake, and yeah, the start was amazing. And Insilio managed to find that con smoke that you don't usually get to see with the boost. They throw it on down. They make it think it's going to be a mid pit, but instead Polt only holds it down there. Could have found more, as you mentioned, but didn't. Only good for 1. And as they joined up into the B side, they got the bomb planted, and then the retake was just pretty damn easy for MOUZ. They literally just walked into the side and managed to find every single headshot with those dualies. Yeah. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But now what matters is that Bermilov has got himself an AWP in round number 2 of the half, and Insilio are going to be force buying with that bomb down. So it is going to get quite tough here for Insilio if they lose the round.
For MOUZ as well. Like, they have nothing left, so this is still a good round if Insilio can take a lot of frags and maybe even secure it themselves. I'm not gonna be fading away from it whatsoever. Bermilov with that up, he's going to be expecting for the players to have weapons. They're going to be expecting to have Galils, but if you lose the up here and get that in the hands from Insilio, good luck getting yourself more rounds. You'll be forced to an eco yourself. So in a very important round here in round 14, both teams can get reset and can get lost into their own economy. But we'll see how things are gonna go. Bomb is moving into middle with Venar posting up, definitely unknown. With Fada, that shouldn't be going in too far, but he's gonna try to swing his way through. That's the bomb getting dropped. Bermilov getting the entry, and a beautiful kill found to start things around off.
And now FPS might be the next victim. His barrel got spotted. Bermilov goes in for it again. This is a perfect angle for Bermilov. And you can see why he got picked away as the opper here for MOUZ instead of Krisen. He's a great shot as well, Krisen, don't get me wrong, but Bermilov connects on these fast plays and he manages to get 2 down here, which is incredibly important. Insilio right now need a miracle to win this 3v5, and a miracle will be here. If Krisen falls down as the IGL, the rotates will be quite slow to go on over to the A site. Now though, spotted out the bomb, so there will be fast rotates. MOUZ with 20 seconds, they just need to hold down ramp as Insilio are getting kind of stuck. They're trying to go on over to the B side, but they're going instead for the save as the MP9 is not going to get anyone. MOUZ get themselves up to 9.
Yeah, Insilio going for the save. Although it seems like the best of options, it definitely will be them. Again, not in so great of a spot. They are going to have to force buy around these Galils, I would say. Would have to argue that that is going to be the best move that you can make at the moment, which will cause you to have some Mech 10s and everything, while MOUZ and NXT is slowly starting to build up that economy.
You force yourself into this spot. You gotta win as many rounds as possible, but as soon as that economy for MOUZ is still at the spot where it is at the moment, you're forced to go for buy after buy after buy to just take some rounds in a row very fast, because otherwise MOUZ will be gone, and that is definitely not something you want.
Want them to keep as close as possible, mainly on this T side, mainly with the economy for MOUZ still being at the spot where it is, but early util placed pretty well, faded down low, with just 50 health left. And a smoke again that will be thrown on that connector, initiating for a mid play. Well, Insilio is not really going for too much presence onto middle. They fight it with two. They thought they were going to be able to find some openers. Now Pulled with the bomb is left all alone with Sugar walking into B. He's going to have a rough time. Will be able to find the kill. Pulled needs to go huge. Otherwise that bomb will be dropped in the mid side. And if he's going to fall, that will most likely be the round. FPS, no cigar. And in general, Insilio that lose fight after fight after fight, now forced back towards an eco. MOUZ and NXT sailing towards victory at the moment.
Literally, they're going straight forward. They got the destination, and they have just placed their GPS right there to the win. Yeah, in moments like this too, right? Insilio had the angle for approach. They just missed their shots. They could have had a couple more frags. They definitely could have taken down Vermilov there, and they could have had the B-bomb side opened up. They're not playing together though. Insilio, this is a little bit different, right? They're having like 3-4 members play together, and then the lurker always just not being around with the team. They're not pushing in at the same time. There is a little bit of miscommunication now starting up for the Russian squad here, but this is going to be an eco round only, so the Tech Knights are running to their deaths, and they're able to find prison. They're looking for more, and almost in a second, FPS gets it, as this is going to be the shutdown coming out of Syra. He finds two, looks in for the third, 47 HP onto FPS, and well, he's gonna be looking for something to pick up from the ground, but there's not really a lot to get, so PR shuts him down from behind, and MOUZ get themselves up to another round. Double digits on the board here for MOUZ, still 11-5.
Yeah.
And they're only 2 away from victory.
And we're not fading away from the point that MOUZ is just playing well, but Sarah, or Prison rather, left with 1 HP or Sarah rather, is a little bit fortunate, I gotta say. Here he's down to 1 HP while he's running away from FPS. It's all working out for MOUZ, and that's a good thing for them. It's gonna give them a lot of momentum. With that Nuke, of course, coming next, I'm starting to panic a little bit for Insilio, while Nuke is a good map for them. Oh, there's not anything left with Burnlove getting an entry like this. This map is looking about done. What a shot there, of course, to kick things off. Sarah closing the smoke, gonna be pushed and finding himself the round, yeah. Insilio going for fights everywhere on the map, and although that is their playstyle most likely, it is not what MOUZ is too surprised of. They're ready, they're waiting. And Insilio has kind of waved the white flag on this map unless some miracle is going to happen from FPS, which is getting a double with the AWP. That is the miracle they have been looking for. With Bolt, they can recover the bomb and go for A. MOUZ is setting up for the retake already. They're going to start repping around from ramp and middle to take this A site with the space. The FPS is making this round somewhat doable while he doesn't want to look away. He hits the flick. And speaking of miracles, now it's possible all of a sudden.
Yeah, FPS pulling through for his team right now, checking down towards ramp. He might even be able to find the forward. Let's see if he gets it. PR peaks. Oh my god, FPS! He's getting it all. He's actually making it happen. He will be traded back down by Chris, and so now it's a 1v1 out here. The IGL versus Polt, left standing into the post-plant situation. Time ticking away, and he does have the defuse kit. He does have a smoke as well if he wants to stick it, but he doesn't know where Polt is right now, so he's just gonna throw it and hope for the best. Let's see what he's going to be playing out here for this one. Polt, is he going to be making his position known? That nade, perfect timing. Prison runs away and doesn't get spotted. Prison shuts him down and wins the round somehow here. FPS tried his best, did so much, and it wasn't even worth it because MOUZ will still be able to take it home in the end. So there you have it. 12 on the board. Map point here for the Academy. I think we're going to be taken to that view.
Yeah, most likely we are. Good shots from Burnlove to start things off, but gotta give it to FPS. They're fighting back so much longer. And of course, in the end, Paul that did his best. He chucked down that nade, which was actually the ID correctly. But that smoke just didn't fade away in time, so he didn't see it. He didn't see that Prison wasn't on the bomb, and then started swinging through, spraying through the smoke. The entries are working from MOUZ NXT. Everything is working! Another dink as well. Make it work here. You have an Opper that is not your IGL. An Opper that is dedicated to the role. And a mid player which is getting so much damage early in that round. Insilio have tried to exploit A, have tried to exploit middle, but nothing has worked for them. And now there is that chance for Insilio to fight back, but that means you're only going to find one. MOUZ NXT still having 7 chances to convert this match point.
Yeah, man. I mean, this was the expected outcome overall, right? We were expecting MOUZ to be able to take Vertigo, especially seeing what their win rate is on the map and how Insilio don't necessarily like playing it. I mean, they don't hate it either, but come on, in 22 maps played, winning out in 82% of them, that is already a crazy stat line. Going on over and winning one more, this is great for MOUZ. They're going to be continuing on to their rotate, as we do have ourselves Prison ending it all off, not even going for another round. This is going to be MOUZ finding a 13-5 here on their own map pick. They quick and easy Vertigo to end it all off here for the second map. It will be the third map decider of Nuke to see which of these two teams are going to be going to the 2-1 group stage and who's going to be left down towards the lower matches of the 1-2. So we're going to have to go to the reactors to see how these guys will be playing it on out. But until then, guys, we will be having ourselves a little bit of a break. We're going to be preparing up the lobby, and in 10 minutes, we're going to be right back, both me and Jesse, to see how this game is going to go. So stay tuned to find that out, and we'll be right back.
Tired of boring case openings? Do you always get only cheap skins? The Hellcase website has tons of options to upgrade your inventory. It's up to you to participate in giveaways, events, or compete with other players in opening cases. Hellcase, your world of expensive skins.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try Skin Place. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skin Place.
Vertigo is going to the side of MOUZ NXT like we expected, so now both teams have taken their own map pick, leaving us with an interesting decider ahead. Nuke, a map that not necessarily both teams liked to play or were necessarily one of their favorite maps, but it is the site where we're all ending it on, where the deciding factor will be played, the deciding map will be seen. Let's see who's going to be able to take it. Will it be the side from MOUZ NXT now coming ahead from that little second map, or is it going to be Insilio? In my eyes, still a very good Nuke team. My name is still Dutchbird, Jesse, whatever you want to call me. Ethro next to me to cover all the action here on the map of Nuke. But what are your expectations, Ethro? Because I feel like we have seen quite a bit of Counter-Strike, and I mean, we have seen ups and downs for both sides.
Ups and downs indeed, but I feel like a lot more upsides for MOUZ than we did for Insilio, right? On the first map, we got to see MOUZ actually try to make a comeback, and Insilio did manage to find 9 whole rounds back-to-back in a row, right? That was already insane, and that was great to see. But from then on, we didn't really get to see too much coming out of them further down the line. Here, onto a Vertigo, we only saw 5 rounds coming out of them per total. So, I don't really know what to tell you, because MOUZ played well on both the first map and the second map on their own map pick, so now they should be good to play for the third as well. Insilio only really played good for the first, so as history would dictate it, I think we might be able to see Insilio try to start it up a little bit, but if they don't get it going and if they don't keep it going with momentum and with an advantage, then I do think I might be seeing MOUZ NXT find themselves on a reverse sweep here. Although that's only my prediction coming out of it. Definitely be sure to let us know, you guys, what you think is going to happen down below in the chat. We're still going to be able to see those as well. What do you think, Jesse, though? Because coming down to it, Insilio is still a good team. Like, they still have chances of taking down this Nuke.
I mean, Insilio is known to have a good Nuke, but one clear thing that I saw on the map of Vertigo was adaptation for MOUZ NXT. That was way better than for the side from Insilio. They went for a lot of solo fights on that T side, and they just kept on doing so, the side from Insilio. And here on the map of Nuke, if you're going alone towards outside, if you're going alone towards Squeaky, that might work once, that might work twice, but it's not gonna work for a full half. So you're gonna need to play outside together, you're gonna need to play your own game, because otherwise Burmilov with the AWP, which is played phenomenal with that big green, is gonna have a good understanding of how to move his way around, is gonna shut down the outside fairly quickly. Here we see that lineup once more, of course, from the team from Insilio, one that we will be seeing many more of course, with Fade being the IGL and all the players that have been working out. But yeah, I'm scared for that Burmilov AWP here on Nuke. If he can get things going on that CT side, if he can work alongside his companion towards that main side, you can really start seeing some interesting turn of events here coming through from us.
Yeah, and it's the fact that Natu is still the scariest one in the whole server, right? He's 36 and 27 across 2 maps. He's a rating of 1.34, and so far he hasn't disappointed even once. So going in further to it, he's definitely not the one to be expected to really top frag or to be at the top of the leaderboard, but right now he is. His IGL Crimson still down there towards the middle. Burmilov insane on the op, as we know. We saw the flicks, we saw the kills being made. But the ones that I think a lot of people were coming into this game and were expecting to actually pull off and really pop off were Syra and PR, right? And we don't really get to see them back online here into this best of 3. Hopefully, though, into this Nuke, things are going to change here for MOUZ. And for Insilio, well, I do want to see myself a little bit more sugar and a little bit more of that FPS AWP, you know. So let's see how it goes here for the CT side of MOUZ, as the 9th round already went through and MOUZ won it.
That's a good start for them. Instantly taking a good grip. But, of course, both map picks going the way of the team you kind of do expect, meaning that CT sides have been rough for both teams from time to time. Good start on the T side would be good for Insilio, though, and that was what was required. Faded, not checking himself towards the main side. Bolt finding himself a lovely kill. Oh, good sugar. It's instantly what we're seeing, some boost for the team of Insilio by getting themselves into a 2 versus 2, and now a 2 versus 0. That's how we're starting off, and that's the style we're gonna see from Insilio. Lots of fast A pushes until MOUZ finds some saying, and that wasn't this round. You start things off well, but then the trades and all the pieces falling into place.
Indeed it is. Insilio managed to pick up the first year on the pistol. MOUZ, of course, will be going in for the force buy as to be expected, but there was no bomb plant in that round, right? So Insilio still could have done away with a bit more cash to actually buy up a couple of flashes, but no worries right now. We're still going into it here for round number 2 with a good buy for the T side. A scout on Bermilov, 2 MP9s here on E2 and Syra. So, moving in to outside, it's gonna be Syra to be falling down first now. Fade that could be picking up the MP9, much better than Mac 10. And ooh, Bermilov, that's what we wanted to see, isn't it? Half HP left onto him, but he connects on one shot, goes in immediately to ramp. Let's see if he finds a second, as Crizin wants to pick up that rifle. Looking in for FPS and doesn't connect on the shot, so he gets another chance to live as he runs away. Molotov on out. Let's see the Deagle on the second attempt. If the Prince Stream can connect onto a headshot. Doesn't look like it for now, though.
Chilling towards outside. You give it back. MOUZ NXT playing with 2, and you've taken a lot of control. Down ramp and B as well, so real good stuff from Insilio. PR leaving that one open. And soon, potentially some rotation starting to come in. Look, Crizin has already responded to it by going down to B himself, while Bermilov is looking towards outside. He's seen nothing. So Lowe's, they have gone down or towards the A side, where 2 players from MOUZ are already positioned. So 30 seconds, and Insilio is going to move down into the hands from MOUZ NXT. Crizin will go unknown most of the time, and that's a Deagle finding 1. It's only good for the 1, though, as he will be traded away. So will Bermilov. He had a good setup for B, but the pistols, of course, do not do the damage required. But they do still have players down on low HP, so the MP9 and the Deagle can still rack up fulsome frags, mainly if that nade is placed well, which it is. Faded down even lower. Well, the round will most likely not be won. You at least made it a little cheeky, a little close, but Insilio put their foot to the ground and get their second on the board.
Indeed they do. MOUZ forced back away here. There will not be a buy, really. And we can see, even though Bermilov started things off great here, trading it out on outside, Crizin tried to do something as well. Everybody was down to low HP. And MOUZ, when they're trying to retake the Arthur's B side, they're doing it very slowly, right? They don't have any prowess whatsoever. They're just letting Insilio literally take them down here. So, well played from Insilio overall, though. They hold in their angles, and now a full USP round is going to ensue here for MOUZ, where it should be 3-0 out here for Insilio, moving into the A side. I do like the Zeus, though. I'd love to see more of the Zeus being in play, even though after the update of the Kilowatt case, we got to see more Zeus in the rotations and in the arsenals. Still would like to see even more, right? I feel like it's a gun there for a reason. It only costs so little. PR, nice little start though. Bolt already going to be taken down.
I might be the only one, but I don't like the Zeus. Like, getting killed from it is like the worst. Sometimes you cannot do anything about it. So we're gonna see a little more from it, but I don't think it's a good gun to have, considering it's so easy sometimes to get some kills. That's why people have like a gentleman agreement not to use it. With the update, it becomes a little more viable, but at the moment, you've taken yourself some control here over the lobby. MOUZ NXT have a man-up situation. No one that has any armor.
Faded that's trying to pull some players away or back towards the A side. PR to get chipped away. Boom. Eventually to go down. Here we do. have a post-plant situation with a chance with Zero having that AK. I don't know if he's necessarily going to go for this, but by the looks of the minimap, they're actually going to try. They know Pip is down low, might know Faye that is too. So a chance that has been created a long time ago for MOUZ to come out victorious. Though they're still going to have a few more pieces needing to be found. Prison walks up, is going to get close towards the ramp, and if he takes that FPS, this round becomes doable. Although the time has run out, they do so much damage, making sure Insilio has nothing to work for them. 2 players is not good enough, and he might die after time. Oh no, they're gonna die to the bomb. They both do, so a lot of damage has been done to the economy.
A lot of damage indeed. Eco round. MOUZ do what they wanted to do, even though they don't win it. They do manage to take out all 5 weapons. That's exactly what was needed here. Insilio, they will still have a lot of cash to work with, so they will be dying back into this round. But now at least they won't have residual cash to hold it on over. Pip here played it well as well, because the round could have been, going quite going from good to bad. Honestly, MOUZ could have actually tried to take it on over if they did have a defuse kit. They didn't though, so there you have yourselves. Round number 3 over and done, and round number 4 with an AWP onto Bermilov. As the full buy comes on through here from the T side as well. Look at this angle. Oh, Bermilov forced to the peak early though. He tried to hit it through the wall, and now he's gotten himself killed because of it. So Prison trying to hold it down as well. Will be falling down next FPS on the double. And Syra and PR left standing in the 3v2. Needing to come in from outside, either through Mini or through Heaven. But they're going to be going immediately for the save, Jesse. They're not even thinking about it, as they have to run away here. No cash whatsoever for the CT side. It's going to be 4-0 for Insilio.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the grip that Insilio currently has and could have over the team for MOUZ NXT. We're talking about adaptation. It's up to MOUZ to start making that happen. Insilio then, hard to respond on it, but as soon as Insilio can keep on playing what they're doing, keep on playing the style that they're ensuing, there's no chance for MOUZ NXT to stop it unless they make a definite change in the approaches here on the CT side. And considering it is the CT side we're currently still on, it's pretty rough. T side is still yet to come. They shouldn't be constantly dying about a bomb though if you're Insilio. You have yourself the rounds, but you don't have any cash, so MOUZ NXT still knows that if they win one particular round, it's instantly going to be Insilio on a little bit of a rough buy. I gotta say, leaving an AWP all alone there inside of Hut, forcing him to hit a shot. If he misses, he's a dead man. That is a very risky move in my eyes.
Yeah, well, he kind of did it to himself, honestly. Bermilov had no reason to push him that aggressively, so he did send away the AWP towards FPS, and now we'll see what happens in round number 5. But overall, it's going to be another investment coming out of MOUZ, so let's hope no more over-aggressions coming out just like that last round here from the CT side. Again, they're the ones that have to defend. There's no reason to try to take them by surprise and go overly aggressive here. Bermilov, nice little angle onto Secret. Could actually shut down the push in towards stairs. Let's just see if he's able to do it. And yes, he is able to find one. Prison trades it back on the second as well. Pip shut on down, but not before he finds the frag onto Bermilov, and 33 HP only onto Prison. So, Insilio, they will be attempting this B site, it looks like. They're going to be playing it a bit more slower than usual. Of course, the man disadvantage you have to. But you do have a player down towards lobby as well. Sugar here could actually trade it back to a 3v3.
Good opportunity. What can he do? He's going to try and move his way in towards that A side. PR has rotated down. FPS is going to come from main. Wow. Beautiful kill, Night Shoot. And now going into A will be the name of the game. Prison is left back on the back of the site. Molly thrown. No one's seen. Prison. Will he step up? A mid shot. Nate could be finishing off the deal. Wow. And it will. Beautifully done. And Prison is eating that one for dinner. Yet he doesn't really like it. He's not alive anymore. Sarah stabilizing from the main. Both of them coming from the door side here. Sugar peeking off of faded contact, but now Sugar has been seen. Has to stabilize. Has to find this 1v2. The bomb is planted for him, so he's going to have that chance, but he's taken away the first. Still needs to find the final one. Nate is not going to connect. Sugar expecting him to go for a fake, which is the right call. Now here's the steps, and there's no chance for PR. He tried to play it cheeky, yet Sugar plays it better. He's going to be able to pick it up, And it's another round that is able to be picked up by Insilio. Wonderfully played there for Sugar.
Can I just say, threading the needle with that nade, managing to take down Crimson and then opening up into the side, that is beautiful here from Insilio. I mean, just look at this, right? It connects perfectly, literally threading that needle. FPS finds it, and then he tries to go into Squeaky, spots out Syra even though he falls, and then Sugar indeed plays it beautifully on the clutch. Manages to find that beautiful headshot, shuts Syra down, and buys up just enough time for PR to not be able to defuse. Sugar also did another great thing, which was he knew that he was tapping away, he knew it was a fake out, and yet he didn't peek on it, he just made noise around HUD, right? So, well played from Insilio overall, good round there, and MOUZ are forced to buy back in here with all of the cash they've got remaining. So, 5 in a row here for the T side, and MOUZ aren't looking any better by the moment.
No, constantly losing fights towards outside, and if you're going to give Paul those, you will take them up for granted. A chance, of course, from Insilio to stabilize, and with all the panic created towards outside. There's rotation towards the ramp side, there's one guy that's gonna rotate down, and by the looks of it, it was PR trying. Although Crimson hasn't heard anything, he's not suspecting of a push down towards the B side. MOUZ is sticking towards upper at the moment, which is the right call, because no one has moved down. And Crimson going for the op now that he's picked it up. He's gonna try to do something towards that A side. Well, Insilio is going outside, you leave it open, you might be faced with an unknown surprise. Nightshoe just checking it, the Frenchman isn't gonna go too far, and that's allowing Insilio to walk their way down, with Sugar still inside of A to peer pressure the rotations.
Overall, though, B is going to be the side that is going to be chosen by Insilio. And again, MOUZ will have to play for the retake. They've got 2 defuse kits to try to go forward. AWP onto Crimson now. He goes back to his old ways. Let's see if that is going to be enough to actually get MOUZ the first on the board. PR playing down on ramp, has heard something down towards B, so he's trying to rotate back around. Smoke will be deployed, and with 15 seconds, the bomb will be planted on down. Digits punched on in. Oh, Dead almost taken down. There it is. 7 seconds left to plant. Has to pick up the bomb. Syra's gonna fall, and up next is gonna be PR. Nature last man standing. 3 seconds. They're not getting the bomb down. I don't believe it. MOUZ managed to win off the back of a single nade and a kill on Fate Dead. Well played. There from the ramp retake, it was PR, and I believe it was Syra doing it as well. MOUZ managed, call it luck, call it skill, call it timing, call it whatever you want. The round is still going to go in favor of MOUZ.
Faded was panicking there. He could have just planted the bomb. Yeah, with that nade on a smoke, thought he was fully open, started to jump, but jumping became his misery. Round picked up for MOUZ NXT, and it's a beginning of a very, very tough comeback. But it is a start, and you gotta start somewhere. Now you need to find yourself the openings, and towards outside, that was the main point of concern prior to this round. You're gonna play against the weaker weapons, you know that. You're gonna play against limited util, so hopefully you're able to stabilize and build up some momentum at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see though. MOUZ call out a tackle timeout, even though they won the round. Economy's still not looking amazing, is it? Right. They are going to be going in for a lot of util though, so that is going to be good at the very least. They can hold out for a little while without really seeing the enemy, just throwing out nades, and then here into round number 7, it's going to get a little bit wild. Whichever team actually loses out this round, their economy is going to be down in the dumps, and that's going to be MOUZ, and it's going to be tough. Syra falling down with the one of the 3 important rifles here at hand here. Garage player spotted, but Natu kills for him. Burmilov still alive. Burmilov on the double outside, connects on them all and shuts them down as Fade Dead is going to be the last man standing. Can he find revenge for that last round? Can he bring it back for his team, or is this over for the round? Natu is not going to fall, so there you have it. Another on the board for MOUZ, 2 in a row. And they didn't give it up. They kept it going, and out here into a forced buy round like this one, Insilio do not manage to trade it back.
I mean, you're gonna play outside, you do it differently. You're gonna go up on the garage instead of playing inside. I mean, it's a difference of play, and that's the adaptation MOUZ NXT is gonna have, and that they were trying to go for with calling in that tactical timeout, and it's seeing it work out, because at the moment you can find yourself onto 3 just by picking up that singular round. Now going back to the normal of things, you should be able to find that third, and then we'll see the full buys for Insilio coming out. Then we'll start to see their response. But at the moment, MOUZ is building on that momentum, building on that confidence. That's exactly what is required to go for more. We'll see what Insilio can do with these pistols. Because there's a deagle towards outside in FPS. Sugar's still in lobby. But they're taking their sweet time to take control, trying to find an opening somewhere. And with that timing for Sierra, it works out wonderfully, getting chipped by Pip, although FPS was the one with the deagle having to do the main damage. It's now just a clock from Pip that is in an awkward spot on such long range.
Yeah, well, still managed to connect on one dink. If it finds the second and the third as well, maybe it works. It did! Would you believe that? Pip managed to find one on the Glock to long range, and now Natu is just farming them up easily outside, clearing them out. Finding the triple kill, and Sugar's the last man standing here on this Glock eco. Not to worry though, Insilio will be having themselves a full buy after this round, so even on a 5-3 scoreline, it still shouldn't be looking that bad here for the T side. But MOUZ, hey, 3 in a row, they always take those, right?
Yep, that's great. This was the plan all along, of course. Doing something a little different in that round that Insilio still had money. And now going back to the basics, let's hope. For them, they can continue up this streak now that the side from Insilio is going to have that full buy. Considering all of that, we'll start to see the pressure from Insilio again, which is one player pushing his way towards outside, most likely being Bolt, who's been able to get some openings before. Now MOUZ tried to shut it down by going for a triple outside stack with Bernilov going up top. Will not be seen. He's not going to spot out Paul just yet. He's trying to do it up close, fighting up against 3. And this is so well played. You expect one to do a play towards outside, and now they're starting to rotate around. Called it out perfectly, I did, but still, MOUZ and NXT calling well above what Insilio is expecting. You rotate down to ramp, you get yourself another, and all of a sudden you're 2 men up in a round that you have to win.
Yeah, much needed one of that. Insilio, this is the last map. You have to give it your all. Not allowed to make too many mistakes here, even though you do have the advantage into this nuke. You need a little bit more. 3v4. Syra holding down to B. It is going to be the 8 hit overall. Natu has to hold it down from heaven. Question is, when will he peak? Vertigo outside, quick on the rotate. FPS already inside of the bomb site. Bomb strapped to his back here. Natu should be able to find the first one there on Hell, but it's not going to happen just yet. Sugar finds him, shuts him out. 3v3 now standing, and they're going to be coming in from outside. Pip, good lurk around. Connected on Vertigo as well. No more AWP, and Krisen and Syra, they're looking like they want to save. And that's exactly what they'll do here as well. So Insilio will be able to find themselves on the 6th tier, and MOUZ just give it away.
What a round from the side of Insilio. Could be given away. Could also be Insilio finding the gaps. Although 5 versus 3 that you found yourself into in that beginning is a little rough pill to swallow to lose that in the end. That is definitely one thing that you won't give away. FPS again dying by the bomb. Still having to get used to that CS2 nuke, where the bomb radius is so much different. In CSGO, you could actually just stand on the other side of the site. Like, it was planted behind the silo on A. You could kind of hide in main or even second vent, or being in front of the bomb. At the moment, that is not possible. You're gonna die. Insilio, they're good to pick up the round, but that is only gonna be costly economy that they lose. One good thing about it, though, their loss bonus still pretty much there, whereas MOUZ is not going to have anything in terms of loss bonus. So this round is much needed for MOUZ to pick up. Otherwise, you're losing Insilio in your tracks again.
Yeah, and the idea with the bomb radius is still just not an issue only on Nuke. It's an issue on every single map from what I've seen. Honestly, so many pros just haven't gotten used to that extended bomb radius. And it's not necessarily the bomb radius being bigger, it's the damage that it's gone up, right? So, yeah, overall, it's always funny, but also a little bit tough to see a lot of these pros losing out their important weapons into the bomb like that. But now, we do go into another round, and Vertigo starts it off well here with a frag onto Polt to make it a 4v5. MOUZ, it's a good start, but we've seen them lose good starts before, so let's see it further out here as PR holding it down the line, spotted out Sugar on the bomb, and Pip finds it onto ramp, looking in for more, down towards Hell. It's gonna be the second and the third for Pip, As he moves on in, he uses FPS as a bit of a body shield. Doesn't really matter as Fade Dead clears out A as well. It's all up left to Syra. And that's exactly what I was saying, right? Vermilov finds the opener, gets the entry, and then it all crumbles down from there as Insilio have a 3v1 already.
Yeah, final one being Sarah in vent. He's trying to watch for a rotation. As soon as he hears that bomb going down, he's just gonna wait his time out, saving the AK for the next round. But yeah, this was the response Insilio was looking for. Can you stabilize after MOUZ NXT takes 3? You hell can. MOUZ giving you that opportunity, but you for sure are gonna get yourself rounds back if MOUZ gives you the opportunities to do so. MOUZ forced back to most likely have an eco up next, with Sarah the only one that will have that rifle indeed. But 8 is looking very likely to be picked up by the side from Insilio, which is getting me a little bit concerned for the future here of MOUZ NXT.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, of course, going forward into the next series, but at least in this one it is, as potentially face elimination could be next.
Yeah, they're gonna be sent on over to the 1-2 bracket if they don't win this Nuke. And again, Insilio, they're winning so much onto the T side of Nuke. I still believe that Nuke can be considered city-sided. Right, I mean, it is a map that a lot of teams can play differently. If you're ultra aggressive, if you're something like a FaZe, if you're something along the lines of an Astralis, the old Astralis especially, right, like, love to play on Nuke because they were just being aggressive. They went into the silo, they pushed into midi, and they immediately got on over to that A side. The aggression they had was just incredible. But here, you don't really get to see that, right? So it's still considered a city-sided map here, and MOUZ is just not pulling through right now.
I would say it's CT-sided as well. Very easy to hold down the sides, but you gotta hold on to these A pushes. You gotta hold on to outsides, and that's not something MOUZ NXT have been able to do. The aim just too good for Insilio. With a bomb going down, and Sugar, the Azeri, getting himself a double straight off the back. It's MOUZ NXT forced to save again. They forced into this round, so they want to save for the final round. Sugar has had a beautiful game so far. Really been the main point of focus for the side of Insilio, getting the openers towards outside and A. And it's worked out wonderfully. MOUZ NXT will set up for round 12 to have a decent buy, but you've at least lost 8 on your CT side.
Yeah, that is a lot already. Alright, so we'll see how and if they're going to be able to actually come right back around, save it away to the day. But yeah, Vermilov at least manages to find FPS there, so he makes it a little bit expensive towards the T side. Insilio, last round of the first half. Let's see who's actually going to take it on over into this one, because MOUZ desperately need that 4th on the board if they want to make a comeback happen.
They really do. It's gonna be rough. I mean, I'm not seeing it, to be honest. It's weird, but my total eye has been switched off towards the side from MOUZ NXT. It's gonna be rough. They have to call a beautiful T-half of Nuke. At the moment, their aim is definitely not at bay. It's really rough to see what they push towards A again. MOUZ is just not ready for it. Constantly, we're seeing these A pushes work out phenomenally. And that's the CIS style of Counter-Strike. You can sometimes see you move it down to the wire in some of the rounds, but if things work on the aim, if things work just running into the site, they will do that all day long.
Yeah, they will. And now, you can't really save away on this one, so MOUZ have to go in for the retake. Let's see if it's possible. Nade on down from PR, going down towards the boxes, and so close. FPS, of course, gets that frag. PR is going to be traded back around, and Vermilov on a single tap headshot is going to fall down as well. Insilio, 9 on the board here for the first half of Nuke, and I think it's going to go down exactly the same way as Anubis, right? Insilio is just replaying history at this point. They had a 9-3 split. They were looking amazing on the first half, then MOUZ do a little bit of a comeback, and at the end, still, Insilio are the ones winning it out. So let's see if MOUZ can mount up that comeback, or if Insilio are going to be ending things off immediately here for the third map decider, sending us on over to the next best of 3 quite quickly.
Yeah, the pistol, that's going to be the main point of focus, interest at the moment. MOUZ NXT, will they try to face Insilio with a taste of their own medicine by going for a fast 8 player? Is another play going to come through? That dual Berettas for Sugar is a dangerous little threat. Door getting naded open. You would expect them to go through in towards the door side, but instead have a util set up for a little bit of an A play. It could also be a fake. Molly towards A, and then going into ramp. Seems like an ID, which they're gonna follow up with. Pip is the only one here towards the ramp, is gonna start falling away. Rotations will come out very late, so MOUZ can move their way down. Actually creating an opportunity to pick up this site fairly quickly. It's all to Pip to the site, whether or not he lets them through. Well, they're taking control room action. Pip will have to step up still, getting help from his friend. Coming soon, FPS with a 1-for-1. They've taken B, but yet they have to find a little more.
They do indeed. 3v3 still, though. Not a post-plan situation just yet. Tapping away. Ooh, what was that? Sugar, just a warning shot. Down towards stairs on double doors. Doesn't really matter. Crizzen pushes down towards the vent, and now we'll be meeting up with Sugar and with the USP there. Bold spotted him. Back turned away. Yeah, IGL dead already. 2v3 now, make it even tougher for MOUZ to try to pick up this round. Going in through Squeaky, Pold finds another, and yeah, this is gonna be Syra, all written on it. He has to find the 1v3, already found one, needing 2 more. Looking down on towards ramp, I think he spotted out the pixel on the head there, moving around 25 seconds. The bomb site will have to be B, he doesn't have the time to rotate around. Or if he does, he's gonna be making a lot of noise, and Sugar is ready. Waiting on HUD there to try to deny him. 15 seconds, time still ticking. Syra, you have to go in somewhere. Have to do something. 10 now. And he's gonna get that bomb planted on B, surely. Right, there you go. Played ring around the Rosie. You can hear the vent player already moving around. Sugar trying to be aggressive, and now looking on down with the Berettas. Can he find it? Of course he can. Insilio on 10, as they pick up this pistol round as well.
And they might find the pistol. There is a bomb plant from MOUZ, so I wouldn't call them out just yet. Although I said, like, pistol round probably means the end. We'll have to see how the follow-up round will go, because we could see the same as on Vertigo, right? You pick up the pistol if you're Insilio, you lose the force by round, and then you lose 3 or maybe 4 in a row, which is really where things can start to add up with the T-side economy for the side from MOUZ. So, as I said, wouldn't count them out just yet, but with that, this round is as important as that pistol round was. It's all or nothing now for MOUZ, because losing this, and I would call it out to be a GG situation. So, we'll have to see. They have some Tech 9s, they have the AK and the Galil with some util, as they did get that bomb down. Things will have to happen at the moment. Things will have to happen now. Although, rotation and FPS going down B will definitely not make things easier. He's going to try to have full outside control, giving Insilio the chance to set up for an A play, which I think is where MOUZ will be heading in just a moment.
Indeed, they will. Insilio, though, I think they might be ready for this retake. I mean, looking on down, Sugar is going to be there. MP9 onto Fade, that as well. Holding on out. We do have a little bit of util coming out of MOUZ. I'd like to see if it's put in play this time around. But look at Insilio, their timing is just great, right? They're finding all of these moments to just plant away a smoke, deny yourself with a flash, put out the Molotov, and now the Molotov is going to be able to find 2 there from Fade. So there you have it. Paul trades it back on PR, dogfight completely onto the A side, but all that's left is going to be Vermilov versus FPS, left in the 1v1, drops down towards the vent, and now, if FPS wins this one, it's game over. MOUZ will not be able to do a lot here. FPS holding it out from double doors, goes on over to Vermilov, knows that the door is open, so he has an inkling, has an idea of where Vermilov could be at, but still has to check in every single angle, every single flank. And now looks down towards Squeaky, sees that it's open, taps it away, but everybody knows that's just a tap. Time ticking though. No defuse get onto FPS, he's still holding down the line, and he has to push in aggressive, sees Vermilov, now tries to shut him down, and he does! Does he have the time to defuse as well, though? No, he doesn't, so the round goes for MOUZ, and we're still in this game here on Nuke yet.
This was what they should be able to find, but at the same time, will the buy be good for MOUZ? No, but will it be good for the team of Insilio? Not either. So this is going to be a very, very rough round that we're going to see. We're going to see a lot of Galils, a lot of limited weapons for the team of MOUZ NXT. At the same time, it's going to be worse for Insilio. So an amazing round for them to pick up, and this was exactly what was required.
Thinking about it being a tab, and Vermilov there, if he went for a stick there, FPS, I mean, that would have been insane. Vermilov expecting it to be a tab, which we all did. But if FPS went for that stick, oh, that would have been an amazing turn of events that Insilio found themselves into. But yeah, you might pick up the pistol, but the most important round, you don't. And that will give you the chance, or MOUZ NXT rather, to make that comeback. So I guess creating the opportunity is pretty realistic.
Yeah, that is exactly what they needed as well. 2 bomb plants back to back though. Already good economy coming out of MOUZ, right? They have something in their mind. They're always getting into those sites, and that's what's important here for the T side of Nuke. It's important to be able to get into the sites and to try to hold them after, because the retakes aren't quite as easy as they perhaps were in CSGO here onto Nuke, because we are taking a look at a bit of a faster pace of play into CS2. But overall, Insilio do need to hold this one together. And with the A1S and MP9 they bought up, they force botted all around. Pip, he needs to find at least 2 into this one, and he's not being checked. He's found 1, and Krisen falls down to low HP, okay? So he's already dealt some damage. He's already had some impact. Let's just see if Insilio can come around and monetize off of that.
Oh wow, look at Sugar.
Yeah, he's right behind them all. Could have a great angle of approach, especially down onto that player outside. But he makes noise and won't even be able to take down Krisen.
That was, oh, Sugar, he had such a good flank. Could have taken 2, maybe 3 in that situation. Dropping, here comes this misery. Now Molly into Secret will be hurt, Bolt hitting. You could potentially go A. Now Yoda's only 2 towards the A side, but they're gonna run into Secret themselves. They might not be checking for Bolt.
Oh.
You heard them only getting a hit. You need to respond, yet they're not doing so, and causing it to all fall apart, or not. Vermilov is allowed to get a trade. FPS has rotated down. He's not gonna win out the fight. A beautiful read from Vermilov right there, leaving faded. The IGL to step up from inside of Insilio, having to do it all himself, with no util, but a chance, and that might be what he's gonna go for. He's not. Next round will be an eco, but he's not attempting this round. If you're faded, I would personally try, but he's not gonna do so.
Wanting that Galil into the next round, keep the economy as low as possible for the side from MOUZ.
Even if your next round will be an eco, which I guess is arguably a good decision too.
Yeah, well, the Galil is going to be an important part of the next round, but overall, MOUZ being allowed to really pick up these 2 rounds is going to be really, really important, right? It sets them up for that comeback. It sets them up to try to make it happen, to try to make it real. Thing is, Insilio will, after this round, go in for the Seco and then try to go in for a full buy as well. So they'll be able to stabilize while still being on double digits here on the rounds. So they're still not in a bad position, right? Losing out these rounds, it's not half bad. And it could be their ticket to stabilization as well. So far, Faded has had great calls in towards this Nuke, especially onto that T side. So if they can just step back a little bit, maybe take out a tackle of timeout and see where they're standing in the whole general scheme of things, then I definitely think that those 2 or 3 rounds that they need more out here in towards the city side can definitely be picked up. So MOUZ are still not in clear waters trying to make the comeback happen. They still need a little bit more to try to deny silver.
See what I can do. Sugar find himself falling onto the A side. Great pushes to come through. Faded, trading back for 2 himself, but no cigar eventually. And although MOUZ find themselves in no clear water, due to what you said, Astro, it's gonna be a little bit of a comeback that they've made, right? And it is clearer for sure, and it was their only way they could find themselves back. So currently doing the right thing ever since they found that round. At the moment, it's just 3, and it's still a lot more yet to come, with Insilio now having their first full buy round. All the usual stuff out of the way, with the full buy where the real response could come through from Insilio. This is where MOUZ will have to find something cheeky. This is where the calling needs to be at bay for Krisen. And it will just be a fast play towards the outside with a fight that they're taking. Engagement onto FPS. And he is a sitting duck.
Sitting duck and now sent to the graveyard, head beheaded. And now 4v5. It looks to be Insilio trying to hold it together. Pulled, nice little trade back around onto Vermilov. That's gonna be a great frag and good damage onto Nature as well as the pass comes through. Half HP onto 2 players, and Polt finds the second onto Nature yet again. Polt great out here outside, managing to actually not even just trade it back and find a 1-for-1, even find a 2-for-1 is going to be amazing. Insilio now
While they do have the advantage in manpower, they're losing out when it comes to positioning. MOUZ will be planting away the bomb onto B, and PR, I love this angle. Should be able to find Fade there, but why did he turn around? Tried to run away, and the timing couldn't have been more horrible.
Yeah.
2v4, Syra and Chris, and how are they going to be holding this one out together?
We'll see. Prison has been able to find himself a kill, so you can hold it together for sure, but some pieces need to be found, and that flash will not help Prison. Doors closed again. Now might open, might get sprayed down by Sugar. The molly won't be thrown in time. It will! And there's no time. There's no play. It's another round for MOUZ NXT. Sierra will die to his own molly. A little 1G action. Everyone falls from Insilio. And MOUZ continue to do what they should. They win round after round. Even though it's close, it's still rounds that they're taking. And take a few more of these and we're all tied.
Yeah, absolutely perfect coming out here from MOUZ. Coming out of Syra here at the end to have that last Molotov, throw it out. The defuse was going through, it was gonna be stuck. And then Holt and Sugar die as well to the bomb. Great damage being sent on over. And look at this, Insilio have to go in for the eco because of that. So overall, very well played from MOUZ. They get up to 7. And because of this, they could even be going up to 8 and to 9. But look at the 5-7s rush on down towards lobby. They're crunching it out. And Lois jumps Vermilov as well, down to 1. As Pip still hasn't taken him down, but he's fallen. Vermilov manages to find 3, as another 3 will be found onto the MOUZ NXT side. We are looking at a 2v2 and an AK onto Sugar, so it's still not over yet into round number 18.
They're gonna boost towards heaven. Oh boy. That is crazy. Off the plant position with Sarah on heaven. Bomb not planted for it necessarily. I think maybe you can actually see it from heaven. That is something I've never seen actually before. No, it's planted away from heaven. Kristen is gonna go up on the hut. And no one from Insilio is even thinking of pushing this. So you do everything the way you want to. Insilio not attempting it. They want to play for the full buy with the AKs they have in hand. So you gotta give it to them. It seems like the smartest of moves. Yet I gotta be honest. Losing more and more of that ground is also something that Insilio didn't really have in mind. They wanted to close it quickly. Yet MOUZ NXT will drive it far, and they're constantly doing so. The exit rounds, the ending of the rounds have been where MOUZ NXT have been the best on. We saw Havu, for example, in the tournament having a lot of trouble when they were closing in these rounds. Yet MOUZ NXT, in the early round, it seems a little rough, but closing is their strongest point.
Yeah, coming into it, MOUZ are winning round after round. 10 to 8. And they're getting closer to actually matching up the pace here. They're getting extremely close to doing exactly what they did before on Anubis. I keep saying it again and again. They made the comeback happen on Anubis, but Insilio just needed that one round to be cherry-picked away, and from then on, we'll get to see them back in the game. Vermilov, don't know how that shot doesn't ever connect, but apparently it didn't, and FPS is going to be very happy about that. Still stays alive. Smoke is not going to be deployed yet coming out of Pip, even though the flash comes through. MOUZ in general are having some lucky breaks, but they're still keeping it consistent when it matters most. Insilio, they need their lucky break now, though. Let's see if they'll be able to do it or not. Or is the Academy really making the comeback real or not?
Yeah, looking towards outside is MOUZ NXT, and this is the calling for Chris, and I was talking about Insilio having a lot of trouble to stabilize, yet early fights have been taken multiple times. You see FPS helping Pip to secure himself a second. FPS will fall, but Pip won't. The kills are coming through. He's able to find the AWP and a man advantage. Now the best part of MOUZ will come. The responses that they're doing. The flank for Kristen, which is executed totally well. He's going to take down Paul. Now you know where he is. So with a clear 3 versus 3 and 40 seconds left, MOUZ is once again going to have to respond. Once again, going to have to answer. With Insilio taking a lot of lobby space again in Sugar. The Azeri is getting a little bit closer to swing. And he's sure going to find that kill. Picks up the AK and starts running away. 25 seconds. MOUZ NXT have to do something now.
Yeah, they do. Vermilov is going to fall down as well. Finally, Sugar is able to find something in this round. Molotov, perfect. Forces Kristen out of the position, but it is going to be catching him off guard. So there you have it. Sugar finds the triple kill into this round, even after death. And it's gonna be 11-8. Again, exactly what was happening before. Insilio catch their lucky break, they catch their momentum off guard, and they managed to pick one up on the board. Now, because of this, economy's down in the dumps for MOUZ. It should be just a miraculous round if they win it, but if they don't, then it's 12 on the board for Insilio, and it's the game over as well.
And you can call whatever you want if you're Crizzen, but if your players aren't watching lobby and you're trying to make a move towards outside, it is going to be rough. MOUZ and NXT need to be more ready, more stable to those pushes of Insilio to win some fights in the early round, because your late round might be as good as you can be, but if you're 2-man down from the get-go, it's always going to be hard to find yourself back.
Round number 20 here, Techno is all around MOUZ. I would have thought they would like to push actually outside this time around to be aggressive, but instead, they are down into lobby, and they will be making their way across towards the ramp side. Here comes a flash, here comes the second, now trying to take down Pip. It is going to be aggressive. And the MAC-10 connects out here. Pip is going to go down. Polt as well. MOUZ actually finding something to work with here on this eco. It's going to be up to Sugar to try to deny it again. And he finds two, looking in for the third, runs out of bullets, has to reload. Down to 20 HP. Nature is going to start pushing on in. He wants to get that bomb planted.
Looking for it. One is flanking from the secret still in PR. Sugar should be suspecting that, should be anticipating on it. That's why he's waiting a little bit longer. It's up to PR to decide where he's headed. Should not have the advantage, but he still wins out the fight.
Oh my God.
That is a crazy kill from a player that was peeking up high. Should have been taken away. Sugar not suspecting it. FPS that knows Nightshade planted behind the side. So with a nade, he can make things a little bit easier. And he's going to do it so. There goes Nightshade down with the nade. A chance for Burnilov to step up from the spots in dark. Yet FPS will have to clear this. We'll have to clear the single door as well. He's going to throw in a smoke to create some space. Yeah, the time is really not on their side whatsoever. Clearing is Burnilov. He's going to fall. Now you know where PR is. He's running away. The Czechian needs to step up, but he will have done enough. He's already gotten that kill early in the round and will take every single one with him. Into the grave he goes, because he's going to fall to the bomb. It's MOUZ and NXT that secured the round, and it's again a response they make. A round that looked good from Insilio, but isn't stabilized. They will still have a buy, but 9 is already found for MOUZ and NXT.
Yeah, and they deny 12 from Insilio. That is going to be huge out here, even though he came down to such a close clutch. The timing was everything, right? Already just playing that timer. The CT side always has that 6th player, but once you get that bomb down, is the 6th player going in and swapping sides in for MOUZ. So here, tackle pause is exactly what Insilio needed, but they needed it a little bit before this point in time already, right? Lost bonus is maxed out. The CT side is struggling to find plays, and just in general here, MOUZ, they're finding momentum back into the game. It really does rely on this round. Round number 21. Do MOUZ get to double digits and have a chance to bring it together and actually find themselves on 11? Or do Insilio somehow pick up this round off the back of Sugar and Polt here with the rifles?
Yeah, it will cost
Get to 12.
it will cost MOUZ to have no money left, so this is really important, yeah, for the side from MOUZ specifically to pick up, because Insilio, they don't really necessarily care. It would be nice for them. They're still gonna have some room to work with that. But at the moment, this is where it all stands. If Insilio wins this, probably a good game after that. And an A push will come through. MOUZ tries to end it. Gives them a taste of their own medicine by pushing A. And Insilio, I think they're already going for a saver at the moment. I wouldn't suggest going for this, to be honest.
Yeah, not really a lot to do. You have to save away with what you've got. You've got armors as well, so you don't want to lose even more from your economy. So this is going to be an insta-save. MOUZ get to double digits. Jesse, we were talking, you know, it was a 9-3 split.
And we didn't think MOUZ could really bring it back all the way through here, but I did mention that history might be repeating itself, and we might be going on over to exactly the same way we did on Anubis. Now, it's looking like that, but MOUZ can try to break away from history and try to actually win it on over. Can they get to 11 here, especially seeing as they're finding so many exit frags, and Sugar goes down on the A1S.
Oh,
and Bolt
no.
as well. Oh my god, Syra! through the smoke, shuts them all down. Insilio was left with nothing.
Yeah, they really wanted these weapons. Now they cannot necessarily buy up their own friends. They cannot go for that much money that they would have liked. To be honest, and I'm gonna say this, it's just a prediction, I still feel like Insilio is gonna win it. That's what I'm gonna say first off. I feel like if they stabilize their late rounds, it could be workable. It could really work out for them wonderfully, but at the moment, we're calling in a technical timeout, of course, because one of the players from Insilio has left the server in Sugar. So we're waiting for him to return. I gotta say, this might only help Insilio. I feel like the early rounds that MOUZ are playing is a lot harder to sort of adapt to than Insilio is. I feel like they're gonna have an easier time to adapt and make it work at the moment than the side from MOUZ and NXT, because it mainly is just the early rounds that they're losing the fights, that they're not ready enough for what's going on, and I don't think that is so easy to repair. These late rounds, potentially playing out a little bit different, have some luck on your side, and Insilio could come out victorious. So this technical timeout can only help them to start talking a little bit about how to approach it. I gotta say though, if you have one person that can talk to their team in a good way, it is Thomas. So with that,
Yeah.
to be honest, MOUZ and NXT, they can also adapt to some extent, but there's just a feeling, man. It's an itching feeling that Insilio is still gonna take this one.
I mean, that's what everyone thinks, right? And usually expectations are there to be broken or to be met. So, honestly, at this point in time, I don't really know what's going to happen. Insilio haven't been looking great on the CT side, even though it is Nuke, even though it is MOUZ having a couple of lucky breaks here and there. There's been a lot of saves coming out of Insilio. A lot of attempts not really taken because economy wasn't great. And right now, it isn't either. So what are they going to do if we get a bomb plant with a manpower disadvantage for Insilio? Are they just not going to go for it? Are they going to allow 11 to pass and get MOUZ up to an even bigger degree here? At this point, with that start on Fade, that big nade as well, I don't know. Insilio not looking amazing. Syra just holding down the angle, spotting out the AWP, but FPS is gonna run away. Good call. Doesn't really want to take that fight.
No early kill. Ramp left open. They're gonna take it pretty freely here, MOUZ and NXT. And forced Insilio to play a little more towards outside in the way they've played. They adapt well to have two of them rotate around, but MOUZ and NXT has heard this. So they're gonna start going back to A. I'm honestly thinking this is a little bit rough. But MOUZ and NXT is not responding to it properly by going for a straight up A exec, as Insilio has left that one open. They're trying to play this one retake, I think.
Yeah, they might have to, but time's still ticking. Piv, I think he wants to push it through the smoke. How many can he find? None whatsoever. It doesn't even matter. Fake Death falls to 35 in from heaven. And now Syra on the lurk around as well, down towards outside. He falls down to 3 HP, but now still left alive. Bomb's gonna get planted. And they're going for the save again, Jesse. I don't believe it. They're actually doing it. Insilio, they've lost so many opportunities. They've given them away. But MOUZ just have better positioning, and because of that, Insilio are not confident on their retakes, and they're not playing with a util. They are still sending away into the next round. There isn't gonna be a next round if this keeps up. So Insilio, they've left 11 past here, and MOUZ really have a big shot right now to take it all the way, to go to 13.
I honestly don't really know what Insilio is going for in this state, right? You have time to talk about it.
The early rounds was usually not the problem. But why do you leave ramp and A open? It was so easy to take for MOUZ and NXT. It seems to be just a little bit of a loss of control you're giving away early. Things were going fine. It's just about cleaning up the ending route, cleaning up the rotates, cleaning up the retake. And you might be coming out victorious out of this one. This is not what I saw coming from the side from Insilio. They tried to adapt, but they adapted too much, which is what cost them in the end. Now, everything is open. The doors are wide open for MOUZ and NXT to walk through and get this one going. Because Insilio have no loss bonus. They have loss bonus, of course, but they've no reserve cash left. And if this round goes to 12 for MOUZ and NXT right now, Insilio might not be too good on that final round. BR has rotated all the way down already. He's already dropped. The early nades on FPS might be finishing him off, and that sure will do. So much control for BR down on the B side, and a man advantage for MOUZ and NXT. They repaired the early rounds. That's all to Thomas calling it out.
All to Thomas indeed. Now, 11-11. It's still really scary to see who wins this round because that secures the map point. The PR timing is everything. Where are you looking, Sugar? Oh my goodness, he was looking at his dead teammates' body, looking for a op to pick up. And now he's got himself his head dropped to the floor. Insilio, they're losing out manpower, they're losing out advantages. It's only Pip here onto the B side, and it's not looking healthy for him. Going up into the rafters, trying to hold in from window. He knows that there's a push about to happen, but he doesn't really know to what magnitude.
Taking a sweet time here. MOUZ NXT. Going back up A. And that is left completely open. You break the door, or you break the window, you smoke off towards ramp, but in the meantime, A is under control. Bomb will go down, and Insilio are going to save for the final round.
No way. How many saves is this in a row already? It's at least 3 coming out of Insilio. That's not great. They just have to go in for them, and at this point, they can't even do that anymore. Right, look at this. Faydet running out of bullets, still jumping into PR. Is going to fall, and Pip W is the only man standing left with a rifle. They don't even save away anything here, Jesse. It's just absolute, total destruction onto the CT side, and I don't know where this came from. Syra will be falling down, though. Good exit frags coming out of Pip. Still needed those 2 last remaining frags as well, though. So the fact that Kristen is going to die here is going to be really important, but the amount of cash that MOUZ have in the bank right now, it doesn't even matter. MOUZ get themselves up to 12, and Insilio just now start thinking of taking out those tackle time.
I mean, they had a time to talk in the technical one, so I get what they're going for at the moment. This is a very important round. You gotta think about what you're gonna buy, how you're gonna utilize. But with that technical timeout and having time to talk about things, it really didn't seem to really work for them. They were playing a whole lot different. They leave sides open. They're forcing their way through into specific spots and trying to brute force into playing one specific side or one specific spot with a few players leaving spots open, gambling, kind of. Which is where MOUZ NXT comes into play and reads them completely and just goes towards that empty site. They have the sound, they have the ability to read their way through, and they're choosing the right spots. It might be Thomas, it might also be great calling from Kristen, but MOUZ NXT is knowing something that we don't in their reads.
And they are also knowing the fact that they've just made a comeback reel from 9-3. Right, they managed to win 9 rounds here to get themselves up to 12, and now in the last round of regulations, it's either them taking away Nuke or sending us into overtime. Either way, they've really fought long and hard for this, and they deserve it. But let's see, Insilio, they're broken down from the base up. There's really just not a lot to do here as they're losing out most engages. 2v1 going in for an A2 finds a headshot. FPS coming in outside. It's going to be Pip to try to deny. But can he really do it here on the spray? Connects on Bermilov. It was kind of hard, but he did manage to connect it. And now Pip is going to fall. Syra, good on the positionings. 3v4. MOUZ still being the ones on the winning end here with the advantage. Kind of going through Mini. Oh my goodness, I'm sure that Sugar just disbanded there a little bit. Forced to run away back inside of the A side. Insilio, 40 seconds left play here. They're just wondering, where is this bomb going to be coming in from? Where are they pushing up from next? MOUZ is everywhere. And it's looking like a horror movie right now. For the CT side at the very least, you don't know where to peek him from. 25 on the clock. Time still ticking. FPS outside on lobby. Faydet trying to hold it in with the UMP, brings out the SMG. It is going to be PR, most likely being taken on down by FPS here on 10 seconds. Oh! No, he won't be taken down. Sugar inside of the side, managed to find one, but last man standing, Sugar needs to deny the bomb planet. He does! Sugar keeps it alive. Insilio left in a 1v1, back turned away. Sugar, time ticking, and it is going to be the round out here for Insilio. I don't believe it. Sugar! 1v4 clutch, and the man does it himself. Oh, took it all in his hands. Played in with the timer, and Insilio take us to overtime for Nuke, as this isn't over yet.
MOUZ NXT, they play it slow, but they play it too slow in this round. They think they've done everything,
But one particular site they didn't check, and that was backside of A. That's where Sugar was all day long, and this headshot, this kill, was able to be found. At that point, you still thought PR was gonna do it, but left him down to 20 points of health, and Jason will not make the cut. It's overtime that will ring, as MOUZ NXT has played a good T-half. Still, Insilio has an answer ready as soon as it's required to make us go for even more.
It is looking down to it. Fade dead. A little bit of damage down there and a big nade onto PR. Time to get away. Fade that. Still finding down towards Zombie. And the Pip already finds the first nade. She was going to be right next up around. And going in outside. Does Sugar try to... Oh, you know, he does it out here into this overtime. He finds them both. Big damage onto Syra. But there you have it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, great openings towards outside, and the bomb hasn't crossed yet.
You have a player dropping down to Secret already. Now 2 of them trying to chase him, while Nightju is still to outside with the bomb. He's now seen, as he has been hit down, so you know all the control, you know that MOUZ NXT have barely anything left, so Vertigo's gonna look somewhere, which is towards A. And then giving away a free fight for Sugar like that is a little bit dangerous, to say the least. Although the time is running out and MOUZ NXT still needs to find control somewhere, Insilio is still definitely having the chance. While they're leaving the A side open, they're gonna play for the retake here, which is something that MOUZ NXT might not be suspecting too well. They might try and overthink and go down. That is kind of exactly the play you wanted to make. There's a molly thrown into heaven, while players are walking away. With that molly on heaven, though, you force Insilio to start walking away, and now with the door opened on B, Insilio knows enough. It's a 2 versus 3 post plan for MOUZ. Well, they're having a player on the back of the side and 1 indoor. Nightju tries to move up close, has been seen by FPS. Close towards that Astralis planned spot, while he's trying to move his way around. Getting through into dark, which is a dangerous little prospect in this retake. Faded, winning out the fight. Now you can check every corner, every nutsack credit that will be cleared. It's Insilio that started around good, that closed around good. This is exactly what you wanted from the Russian side, and that's what they deliver.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point in time, I don't even know what to think anymore, right? Insilio, they couldn't have done that so many rounds in before, right? It was 9-3. They stood on over to 11 for such a long time, and now into overtime, they managed to find their side back online, right? It's up to FPS, it's up to Fade, it's up to all of these great players to finally make a dent in towards MOUZ's roster and shut them down one by one, win out these duels, whereas before they weren't able to do that. And even though we're into overtime, do you see this as Jesse? Barely 2 people out here from Insilio and from the whole lobby in general are above 20 frags. There haven't been that many kills all around this game, this Nuke in general. So, yeah, I don't know. There's been so many saves, so many off calls being made by both sides.
Yeah, and that's why CT side has usually been a little bit rough as well. The economy that you're gonna have to save your way up. The early rounds need to be good. And prior to this second overtime round, we saw that first one being a very nice one for Insilio, getting instantly openers. But they leave the sides open various times. They're just too scared of losing all their economy. But then you're losing rounds after rounds after round, being that paranoid. And it's gonna cost you dearly. Pulled down low. 16 points of health only. But he's trying to spray for the cross. Now that he stopped spraying, Syrah is able to get down. Although FPS is waiting with the up, ready with the big green, but missed the shot. Common misses at the moment for FPS. He's not had too much impact with the up that he would have liked. Well, Syrah has got the impact with the rifle, and Vertigo with the up, making rotations come through from the side from Insilio. Up on the side, FPS walks right into the crosshair. And that's how you're giving away fights. That's how you're giving away rounds. It's a round from MOUZ NXT, getting every kill to their name. And just pulled down low in the early round, getting instantly tagged away with the op. Now forced to find a 1 versus 5 or save the arc into round 27.
I mean, right now, what else is he expected to do rather than just attempt to take down as many players as possible? It won't really matter, but there you go. Vermilov finds himself off on the triple kill and does manage to get the 21 frags in the end here. MOUZ, they've pulled out a game out of the bag, out of the hut right now, out of the hat. and their magicians being able to get so far. But 13-13, they managed to win out of T-side round, which is really important. If they win another one here, then they could be securing Nuke, honestly, and they could be securing the whole best of 3. It's getting damn close here towards the end of the best of 3, and yet still we don't have a clear victor just yet, right? So Insilio, they're still struggling, they're still waiting, and they've gone for a triple AUG buy. What is this coming out here from Insilio?
The Ox, potentially good on close and long range, of course. Close range, it's a one tap, one kill against headshot, and that's what Pip was trying to go for, expecting a sort of ramp rush coming through. But then from long, having those Ox out is a dangerous weapon to use. Everyone buying it, no one getting anything going for it, although trades are coming through. Bold and FPS both finding one each, and now the Ox on long range do manage to work, peppering their way through. And that's why you buy those ones up, I guess. As a man advantage was found, not anymore. Krisen, back to his roots with the op. Having Burnilov not on it anymore. This round has created a lot of chaos. With first the Arc buys, and then the Arcs actually managing to do the damage. You need a little bit more. Although, control over outside's been given away, but aside from Insilio, Paul trying to take it back. And a kill on PR will certainly find that.
Krisen left in 1v2, knows about one person, doesn't know about the second. The AWP coming out here from lobby. We'll see where it takes Krisen to. 29 HP, and he finds Paul there. 1v1. AWP versus AWP, and Diffuse versus a bomb. Where will they go? It's looking like the B side. A bit tougher for FPS to try to retake him from this point on, but Krisen is still trying to see him from vent. If you waited a second more, he would have been able to find him, but I don't know if he has a second. He does go back away. Krisen checks for the second time. FPS playing hide and seek right now. Absolutely no way. He goes in for the stick. Krisen gets spotted, and now the 5-7 should be able to shut him down. Gets him, and Insilio win the round. FPS in the 1v1 gets the round done. And there you have yourselves a 14-13 Insilio back in the game here after losing out so many rounds in such a big advantage.
And that was all on the CT side, Atro. Don't forget about that. Insilio now winning the CT half all of a sudden. This game has gone from bad to worse in terms of how things are, in terms of how we can start talking about the CT or the T half in overtime. All the tables are once more up.
Everyone can pick up. The coins are being flipped once more. And Insilio have their, for most part, best half still yet to come. Which was the T half. The halves where MOUZ and NXT just wasn't ready for all the pushes. But how will Insilio respond now that there are going to be constant full buys for MOUZ and NXT coming out? Will there be a difference in the approaches? Will Insilio have the opportunity to go for so many fast approaches towards the A side once more? Is MOUZ going to be ready for it? They have 4 players set up for A this time around. That is an adaptation I love to see. A little bit different, with a ramp push that comes through. Vermiloff with the entry. Nade blown open the smoke. Bye-bye Krisen, they say. Although there's PR to try and recover. Kills that are coming through, and the wraparound with the bomb from Fada that could still rotate away towards the A side. Insilio tries to freeze, but with a man down, freeze might not be good enough to walk away with this round.
3v4. We saw Insilio going in for the AUG buys, even though they were into overtime, they had enough cash. So I do think that Insilio think this is a problem with mechanics right here today. So far, they will be trying to take in safer angles, safer duels. But you can't really do that on the T side. You have to be aggressive, you have to be assertive. So they'll be moving in through hell, trying to pick off at least one more person, making it a 3v3. We'll see if that's the case though. Down on towards heaven, there will be at least one player here trying to hold it together, and that will be Krisen, spotted and not taken down. What were you doing on the ladder fade? That Sugar does the same, about to be taken out as well. Thankfully for him, though, does manage to find one, and now trading all back, it is going to be Nature Falling. Get a great headshot in from Sugar. Sugar has done it before, man. 1v4, and he's going to be attempting it again. It's against Bermilov, but that nade, oh, it's all about that nade, isn't it? There you go, the dunk in from Bermilov, and this will be the CT side finding themselves 14 as well, bringing it back from the advantage that initially Insilio were trying to pick on. Up here, MOUZ, bring it right on back, 14-14.
I love to see that MOUZ and NXT's early rounds has been a little bit better. Here Faded, of course, trying to get it done by going up to heaven. First, it wasn't being expected, But then, eventually, they were starting to check. We're starting to suspect something. The ending rounds have usually been where MOUZ and NXT have shined, and their adaptations to playing 4A, that's been their main point of concern. Insilio is not allowed to push A that much, have needed to choose something else. Will they go back to their bread and butter at the moment? It seems like they might, with the lobby stack and the players on top of the roof. Trying to line up the flashes to go for such a play. Prison, as soon as he spots out the flashes, might start to spray into the doorway. Although, with all the util thrown to A, Insilio goes ramp again. They've done so before. Bermilov has been able to find one. The round is exactly the same. With him getting a kill, he rotates around. Insilio take ramp, but it cost him a man. It might be able to be recovered, as Nightshue won't be able to do so. PR once more getting challenged on Heaven. And Insilio, instead of having a man down, they have a man up and are in the same spot once more. Bernilov has rotated around right to the hands of Bolt. Will be able to be found, and that is a chance. An entranceway back into B. But with Crescent falling, you have all the sides to choose from. It's not a good round for MOUZ and NXT. They've no control. They're getting beaten apart. And Insilio profits from it every single time they win the fight. Insilio now on map and series point once more to try and claim themselves the victory.
Yeah, Jesse, but they've been here before, right? We were waiting for them to happen. We were waiting for them to get to this point, and yet still they couldn't pull through. MOUZ need also one more round to take us into overtime too, and if they do that, then at that point in time we'll be able to see another overtime and another chance for MOUZ to actually take it on over to their CT side, right? They're going to be starting back up to their CT side, and they're going to try to hold it in together. Let's just see how things are going to work on out here for the full line in hand here. AWP still in the hands there for Bermilov, but it's going to be Sarah to fall down first. Fade dead. Nice little entry already. Starting things off, 16 HP only on the IGL as he finds the double. Bermilov ready to die as the second man here. PR holding it outside, try to trade it back, finds Fade dead, manages to find him, but down towards Hell it's going to be Pip. Shutting him down too. Insilio, great man advantage in a 2v4. Zol, that's going to be left out here in towards this best of 3, and not even that. Insilio might just be taking it away as the IGL is the last man standing towards the CT side.
Wow, 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 wow. Clearson against the world at the moment on the side of Hut. He's now been seen. They should be chipped away. Insilio come from so far to be in this moment. MOUZ and NXT have come back all the way to overtime. They had a match point to find it. Insilio recover it with the final second sticking away. Sugar found the clutch, and they will be victorious. I said Insilio was gonna take it in the end, so I guess that is right, but not in this fashion, not in overtime, not in the way all of this has went. But this roster right here, the one we're seeing, FPS, Bolt, Pip, Sugar, and Faded, are gonna be in the 2-on-1 bracket, one win away from going into the playoffs of the first online series here at the CCT Europe Season 2.
History repeated itself, and in from Anubis, Insilio still managed to win, even though MOUZ brought back a huge comeback, beautifully played from the academy. They managed to hold it in together. Tobis had such big impact as the coach here into this game. We could literally see it every single time they took a tactical timeout, but yet it didn't matter, as Insilio will be taking it 16-14, and it couldn't have been possible without Sugar. We have to uphold Sugar out into the podiums there, man. If he didn't hold it there for 12-11 after MOUZ were about to take it 1v4 clutch, he gets it into overtime, and he manages to win it all out here for Insilio. So slave behold there for Sugar, as the rest of Insilio manage to win this one out onto the decider of Nuke, which again they weren't expected to win. I thought for sure MOUZ would be able to actually find the comeback and find the reverse sweep.
Yeah, mainly after that comeback I really thought that was going to be able to, but that means Insilio goes on for more. MOUZ and NXT is still not out. They're going to drop to that 1-2 part of the bracket. We still have another match yet to come. It will be X-Breezy versus Nexus, and while we're preparing all of that, you guys will be able to listen to some music. Get ready for that game. It's X-Breezy versus Nexus, a game that the loser will go out of the tournament of. So it's going to be a lot of fun seeing that one. Unfortunately for one team, we'll say goodbye. We're going to talk about that match in particular after a short break. Get your popcorn ready. Get ready for that matchup. We'll see you soon.
You look into your inventory and there's only... It's time to forget about this garbage. Here you will find everything to play with really cool skins. Open top cases. upgrade dropped skins and turn your junk into a cool gun using the contract system. Every day, thousands of people upgrade their inventory with us. Hellcase.com. Look at yourself in a new way.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try Skin Place. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skin Place.